So, good evening, one and all, and welcome back to Next Gen Live here at Waterhall Road, home of the Brighton Blues and host of the Friday evening action under the lights on the South Coast. Junior rugby coming your way for the next 3 hours, courtesy of some top under-12 side from the south of England. As things stand, it's Havant occupying the top spot with the host Brighton here in white, snapping at the heels. Both teams will meet in our penultimate game of the day, which could see the top spot change hands. Hove sit in third place, who could see themselves on top if results and performances go their way. They are occupied as well by Tunbridge Juddians, the TJs, here on live stream for our first game in the red, as well as Chichester, Camberley, Westcombe Park and Pulborough.
Let's go Brighton!
And I'm very pleased to say, as we get underway, I am joined by co-coms in Austin. Austin, first of all, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. How are we seeing some of the performances today?
Oh yeah, thank you. It's a privilege to be here. First time doing it. I'm very excited for this today. As I say, we've got 6 great matches across both pitches. Brighton obviously want to build on a very good night from night one, and they're looking forward as we get underway here.
And here is Brighton getting us onto a good start. Tonbridge carrying up the guts, and what you'll notice, and we'll talk you through it throughout the entirety of today, is some rule changes for the under-12 setup as Tunbridge carry up the guts. There's a pile-on at the maul and an overlap here, potentially picked off there by Brighton, and it's well claimed by Brighton's number 13, Henry Hall. But Tunbridge wrestle back possession early.
Yeah,
A fast and frenetic start.
Good attempt there from Tunbridge to escape down the wing, and you see Brighton pick them off early, but now...
Yeah, line break here for Tunbridge's number 18, that's James Green. Green carrying up the guts, giving Tunbridge some much needed field position. Good offload out the contact. And Tunbridge with an opportunity on his outside edge to open the scoring, just lose the ball forward. And Austin, it's fast and frenetic early.
It is. I think, you know, Tunbridge here have started the better opposition. Brighton obviously took possession, and as soon as Tunbridge got it, they progressed so quickly. And we've got an early opportunity here for a try for the visitors.
Yeah, we have. It'll be Brighton put in, and what you'll notice here with the scrum laws, it's 5-second scrums, get it in, get it out, contest at the hook, not at the push. So Brighton putting boot to ball under control. It's well claimed by Tunbridge, number 13. And that's Will Coombs, as Coombs tries to get up the outside edge. There's good competition here at the breakdown, but it looks like they're not releasing call, so all penalties are free kicks, and Tunbridge will take the easy tap and look to check around the outside. It is 10s format here.
They're looking to move it left quickly. They sense the space and they're about to exploit it.
Good shot coming in by the number 10 for Brighton, Isaac French. The Tunbridge carrying well, checking over. Here's an opportunity for the opening score.
Here.
Doesn't give the extra pass, carries himself. The overlap is still there if they want. Again, one-up carries is the recipe for the TJs. But another free kick. High tackle given. Tonbridge, 2 minutes in, finding a lot of success.
Speed it up then, boys. Let's not, there we are, perfect.
Yeah, it's important they build on this early start here. They look to do just so.
And his left-hand side is open with free space as the players carrying again up the middle. Ball bobbled backwards. It's good defensive pressure from Brighton.
It is, and we saw the resilience of Brighton in night one. They're just managing to hold on here.
Time's off.
Yeah, this will be an interesting conversation here. We'll just listen into the ref mic.
Get them to keep them low, okay?
Yeah, 2 high tackles consecutively. It'll give TJs the free kick. TJ's good hands around the outside. There's another one.
Tackle is good. Tackle out. Thank you.
That time it was Alex Clark carrying into contact.
Tackle's good now, Reds. That's white, ball leaving.
But it's Brighton ball. They've smuggled it back into their possession, and the clearing kick to alleviate some pressure finds the Tunbridge player, and now there's an opportunity around the outside. Good stepping and acceleration into the midfield. Wonderful carry.
That was tremendous from Cody Bowman. Caught it well and gained them yards instantly. They really don't want to let off this press against Brighton.
And Brighton in the number 2 spot in terms of the overall rankings. They're up against it early here against a valiant TJs.
Great hands, boys. Great.
Looking to check over, good offload out the contact, and now there might be the opening score, and it is. And the TJs get over, and they do capitalise on the early 4-minute pressure. And there's a 5-point score early for the Tunbridge juniors.
I have to say, I think it's well deserved. They've been putting on the pressure early, and eventually it was going to tell.
And it was Ned Collins who gets over, straightens, carves a line. There's one missed tackle for Brighton, and that's all it takes for the TJs to take advantage. And once again, the TJs with monstrous carries up the midfield. Ball finding floor. And now hands, brilliant offload, and here's a good opportunity for the TJs. Here's number 18, James Green. He's been all but threatening so far. But there's a good turnover, holding on penalty, and Austin. Brighton have got a bit of work to do here.
They have indeed. I mean, again, we see James Green picking it up and weaving his way through, straight line through the Brighton defence.
Tackle and leave it now, Red. It's a ruck for me, thank you. Use the ball, 9, good man.
So Brighton will look to have at least some good possession off the back of a very staunch defensive effort, but in the end, leading to the Tunbridge score. Good communication from the referee. And Brighton putting boot to ball, finding space in the backfield, and now there's a foot race. It has to be fielded well. It's bobbled at the first attempt, regathered on the second, and Tunbridge do really well to offload that ball out of contact, and the leg drive to take him an extra 10 metres. It's phenomenal.
I think it's about the first time since the opening seconds where we've seen Tunbridge under pressure, and it's just, they've managed to deal with it well, and they just retain it.
The Tonbridge endeavour in their attack is wonderful. The venom in which they carry. It was the try scorer Will Coombs on that occasion, taking 3 or 4 men with him. And Brighton, it's a case of trying to solve these problems on the fly early. This scrum platform will help them do so. It's out well.
Good listening, boys. Great scrum.
And they look to take
great pass.
That short side. There's good hands around the outside. Driving towards the try line was 14 Manny Brown. Not quite taken. There's a good line off the ball, but just bounced forward. Brighton may rue these missed opportunities. There's a big show and go up the guts, and a huge contact out, taking him up to midfield.
No hands now. No hands still.
The counter hook is monstrous though, but Brighton unfortunately guilty of putting hands on the floor, and there's fine margins at the tail of the tape so far.
Is good to initially, but then you stop.
Once again though, you see Tunbridge, as soon as they get possession, they drive at the heart of Brighton and again gain significant yards.
There's a nice check around here for TJs. There's number 18 again, James Green, constant threat on this outside edge for the TJs. Brighton going hard at the breakdown, but ball lost. There is Green, checking away, this time to Clark. Clark offloading, little bit of a stutter step. This time it's Coombs. But a good turnover there for Brighton, and Austin, they needed that.
They did. It's heavy pressure for the opening 7 minutes. Brighton have found themselves on the back foot, and they're going to need something now, but it's still more pressure from TJs.
Brilliant ruck. And now there's an opportunity for the ball to go wide. It might have been picked off. It's bouncing. Nasty bouncing ball to regather. TJs do well to regather.
Great tackle again.
Good contact once more. And TJs, it's this physicality up the guts that's proven the difference at the moment.
It was Jack Norris that time running through, taking on 3 or 4 players.
Unfortunately for TJs, that opportunity just falling away. Ball bobbling forward off the offload. So scrum platform here for Brighton.
Good. Use the ball. Good man.
And the hosts need to find a little bit of momentum, and here's the
High
man to do it, but it's a really good carry up the guts, high tackle,
Still
so
advantage,
free
boys,
kick
clear.
advantage here for the Brighton Blues.
Still penalty advantage.
And they look to progress up the right here. They've got a man over.
Oh, brilliant fast hands, and now there's a foot race on the outside. Who's going to win it? It's Tonbridge Juddians who get over and make a wonderful covering tackle. It's Will Coombs, the try scorer, getting involved with a good bit of contact.
He's been immense today. He's been the boy to watch, certainly.
And you might notice here, good opportunity to explain a couple of rules. No line-outs in under-12s. It's a free pass into the midfield, akin to a bit of rugby league. As we see Tunbridge with a free ball platform. Good offload once more. This is Sasha Jones.
Again, Jack Norris, the resilience of him going through the heart of the midfield.
Good boys, well done.
Green checking away.
Tackle's brilliant, he went low
And then sealing.
then he dipped.
Green acting as half, finding the outside edge now on the TJs. Good
Great
footwork
feet.
to get back on the inside and
Great
straightening
boy.
through the tackle of
now.
three.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
Will
no,
Coombs
no,
again.
leave it,
He's
leave it.
gaining
Fine, thank
distance
you.
on that
Wait.
right-hand
Great
side. He's like a
listening, Ted,
bulldozer.
well done. Tackle her out, thank you. Use the ball, Red, use the ball.
We've
It's
got
just
30
a tackle,
seconds
no
left.
ruck.
The TJs will look to double their
Great
advantage.
lead.
It's good offloads.
It's
Just
Cody
potent-
Bellman picks it
Not
up. He's being held down there.
Tackle. Stay on your feet, thank you.
Good, well checked away. And
Great offload,
TJs,
great
there's a
tackle
man advantage
Tackle
over there.
now.
There is. Alex Clark was free on the right there, screaming for it, and he's got it now.
High advantage.
Ooh, high tackle advantage.
Tackle.
It's well noticed.
Still
But
a
unfortunately,
high advantage.
TJ's just carrying up the guts, but getting over, and he wriggles and squirms his way over the try line, and TJ's potentially with an early
over
upset
from
against
high
the host
tackle.
Brighton.
Will Thompson there, that was a fantastic one from him. He doubles their advantage. See there, Thompson just makes his way through there.
He squirrels his way underneath a very valiant
Last
Brighton
play of the half,
defence.
gents.
Last play of the half. We'll have a 2-minute half time, and for Brighton it's an opportunity to recoup and reorganise, because the TJs have had your number. First man is over. There's a
Advantage
free
for
kick
holding on, you've
advantage.
Still got the advantage.
Brighton will look
Always
to
under
go in at
pressure.
half time.
Holding on initially.
2-1.
Yes, when you're ready, don't play.
Nice tap
Advantage.
penalty going early around the outside to Brighton's
advantage.
number 12, Sanderson.
Tackle.
There's another penalty.
Not 10 lads, offside.
It feels like a real
mark
big
is set.
moment
My mark
in
is
this
set,
game
get
for
back,
Brighton.
thank
They
you.
need to execute. Skip pass to the 13, checking around the outside, has to finish,
Good
looks
feet.
to execute, and he
Tackle's good,
does.
the roll, no, leave it, good.
Meters away from the try line, the pick and go around the outside is the recipe for success.
Half-time,
Henry
gents.
Hall gets over for Brighton, cuts the deficit
2-1
in
white.
half, and my
Balls on the
word
halfway.
did they need it.
It speaks volumes. A goal, or try there, I should say. If they had gone down 10 down, it would have been
Oh, the pens,
a long
pens
way
were
back,
for.
but that could change the team talk
tackle
here.
there is actually
A
assisting
glimmer
the
of
tackle.
hope in a half
if you-
that you have to say has been dominated by Tunbridge.
Indeed it has, and just as the boys will take a break here on pitch one, so will we. It's a 2-minute half time, and we'll be right back with you to bring you the second half of our first game under the lights. Brighton got that. And so welcome back. And the second half is about to get underway, where Brighton, the hosts, find themselves a try down against a valiant TJs. And Austin, we were just discussing, this is a little bit of a different TJs side in terms of performance compared to round one.
It is. They drew their first game on night one, 10-10 with Camberley, and as you see, I think the instructions have translated onto tonight, where they say, you know, we want to start this flying. Begin as you mean to continue, and, you know, Tunbridge this second half will speak volumes if they can continue this great form.
That is a monstrous restart, but it'll work its way over that dead ball line, so it'll be a scrum restart halfway for Brighton. And we speak about Tunbridge wanting to start as they mean to go on. It's a bit of an error there early in this second half.
Yeah, potentially pressure. Maybe that try at the end of the first half for Brighton and maybe unsettled them. That lead isn't as big as it once was, and now potentially a bit slender.
And Brighton, with scrum platform, skip the lead runner, come out the back, good footwork, bouncing around the outside, nice show and go, escaping the tackle of three.
Yeah, fantastic from Joey Staples there, just to progress the board. Loose pass there though.
Yeah, it's well checked, well regathered, but now Brighton need to straighten. Escaping a couple tackles here is number 13, Henry Hall. But unfortunately for the Tunbridge Juddians, falling foul of the referee's whistle, high tackle, tap penalty goes quickly from Isaac French, but referee's not happy. We'll bring it back, so
when you're ready, tap is good.
This time it's Kyle Blick with the tap penalty, but the knock-on advantage. It's regathered by Brighton. Nothing coming though due to the advantage, so Tunbridge ball early.
Mark is here. Happy. Crouch. Bind. Set.
And we'll see what Tonbridge can do with a bit of scrum platform.
Fine, play it. Get it out.
Good hook.
Good hands. Good line. Tackle and the good.
And now well straightened. The counter-look opportunity is there.
Just be careful.
It's taken away early by the Tunbridge Juddians.
Tackle is great and roll. It's this man here. No, young man. It's this man here. He has to roll. It's a free kick. He has to roll. He affected the clean. Never got a chance to make contact. Got to roll.
They're just giving an opportunity there for just to highlight the quality of communication from the referees. These are young players
backwards,
still learning and honing their craft, and the referees play a huge part in that.
Ball is out. Ball
the
is
quality
out.
of communication from the refs.
Great
paramount
hands.
In these tournaments.
Great
the
feet.
TJs spearheaded by their number 12, Ned Collins, tried to go around the outside.
Now. Be careful, boys. Make sure you come through the gates.
Yeah, there again, looking to progress down the right-hand side.
Leave it, blue scrum cap, leave it. Good man, good listening.
It's well played away there by the TJs. There is a 4-on-2 if they want to take.
For me, and that's a great tackle.
Again,
great
Ned Collins not giving that extra pass, opting to carry up the middle where he's found so much success. But the knock-on advantage will give Brighton an opportunity to go and execute around the outside. And here he is once more, the big man Isaac French, who really epitomises this Brighton team. They stay in the fight and now they equalise.
2-2.
Yeah, it must be deja vu for Isaac French. He opened the scoring on night one for Brighton, and again, it's another crucial try for him. Down and out in the first half.
Hands, 13.
It's a sign of life now from them, and we are level.
Great finish, 10.
There's a fly off by Trey,
really struggle to keep up with it.
Showing a winger's speed,
getting
getting around the
White,
outside, capitalising on a loose bit of play from the TJs. And we are in for an absolute corker on the opening game of Friday Night Lights. 10-10, 2 tries apiece. As we know by now, no conversions in under 12, so we remain at 10-10.
First man, not the tackler.
First man, though, Brighton. There's been a real swing of momentum, hasn't there, Austin?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a different side from the one we saw in the first half now, and they look to go and punish them again.
Don't go in
Same
there
could be
again,
said for Tunbridge. They've sort of lost that swagger about them that was dominating the early stages of this.
It is Sutherland, 2 bites of the cherry, do regain the ball, but then loses it on the floor. So 4 minutes into this second half, it's a bit of a war of attrition in the midfield. Neither team finding consistent pressure, both ebbing and flowing in terms of the top spot in this game.
Careful, nines.
Midfield scrum here for the TJs. Coming over to the short side, it's well executed. Show and go is given. Isaac French makes a good hit.
Tackle's good and roll. Thank you. Ball is out. Ball is out. I agree, ball is out.
It's free competition and Brighton pounce on it, react the quickest of the two.
Advantage, just a knock on.
Ball bobbles away, it's hacked through
Yeah, happy with that.
by
Advantage
Henry
is over.
Hall, looking
He's
to
made clear
regather.
progression.
The referee's happy, so it'll be a
He's
free
kicked the
pass
knock-on
infield for the
advantage
TJs, but
Made
warning
clear
signs here for the
progression. You are
Tunbridge
fine
side.
there,
Brighton
young man.
growing in this game.
When you are ready, young man. Stay on side. Kick is good. All on for me. Kick is gathered
Well
well
regathered
by
in the
White.
midfield. There's 15.
Yeah, Joe Kirkpatrick, that's fantastic from him.
Advantage
He's looking to take them all on here.
high. Same again. High there if you want it. If you want
Another
it.
high tackle there for the
You gotta tap
TJs.
it, lads. You have to tap it.
It's unfortunate
9,
there for Kyle Blick.
9.
Not tapping
There's
the
no
ball for
point putting
playing
your
away
hands
because
up
there
to
was an
me if you don't tap the ball. Are
opportunity
you listening?
to play on the
I'm
outside.
talking to you.
Yeah, it's well spotted
Do you
by the
understand?
referee there,
Good
and it's certainly relieving some of the
Aye.
pressure for Tunbridge, who right now look a bit like deer in the headlights compared to the first
Play
half.
it. It's on the ball for me.
Doing French drops the
Tackle
ball off.
and release him,
A
please.
lovely hard line by the
Lost
player with
ball
no
now.
number.
Use the ball, 9.
Crashing up the
Good
middle.
man.
Blick playing away. Fitzpatrick escaping a few tackles, bouncing
And
around a
again.
few. There's 4 men beaten,
Incredible.
potentially 5,
Tackle
getting
and
himself up to a
tackle.
metre at that
Not
try
on the
line.
ball, not on the
Ball has to go wide, and
Will
Brighton
it
will
lift it?
score.
Great
French
pass, Ted.
identifies, and they will finish, and it is stunning. It's French to Hall, and Brighton take the lead.
That's not the first time we've seen that combination, but yeah, Henry Hall has just been monstrous today. He's made the difference in the second half.
Yeah, you can see him there jumping and screaming for that ball, and it's really good awareness and game maturity from Isaac French to not carry too much, just receive and deliver
TJs, you
to your
want the kick?
outside men who can finish.
Yeah. When you're ready, you can play.
I tell you this, in night
Just
one, we saw
31
more
gone
the
on the
defensive
clock.
side of Hall. He had more
3.5
jackal
to go. When you're ready, please, young man,
turnovers
the whistle
than
when you're
any other
ready.
player in this tournament combined.
work.
Today,
Lovely
we've
match.
seen more of the offensive output
Ball's
from him.
gone behind, bounced and
An
gathered by White,
invaluable
cleanly.
player for this
Offer is
Brighton
good.
team,
Good
and
feet, young man.
a player who's had
Tackle.
plenty
Didn't
of things
survive
to
the
say in
clean.
this
No,
Brighton comeback.
advantage playing the 9. You got it. Play it.
There's a scrum.
Playing
There's
the
an
9
advantage for playing
advantage.
that scrum off. French checking round the outside.
Tackle's good.
Again, still with advantage,
You can't
always
play
under
the 9,
pressure.
gents.
3 minutes left
He's
to
a
go. It's
protected
all
specimen.
but going
done.
Brighton's
Here we
way
go.
at the moment.
Love it. Good nudge.
Little hack in behind the TJ's defence, but it's really well
Tackle
picked
not
up. But
held.
what a tap
Now you
tackle
are.
on
Play now,
that
ball is
far
out. Good man.
right hand wing.
Oh, great
Oh,
retail.
and picked off by French,
That's
and it's a stunning individual
Great work.
performance from Isaac French of the past 2 minutes. He gets out in the line, picks it off, fingertip stuff, and Brighton feel like they weathered the storm and come through unscathed.
The instincts of French there, just top notch, way ahead of his game. He reads the play, he intercepts it magnificently, and that try should give Brighton some comfort now.
It's
When
that
you're ready.
identification of the line speed first of
Stay
all,
on,
but
please.
then reading
Great nudge.
the intentions of the
Come along.
Tunbridge
Bounce off his
side.
knee. Play on, off his knee.
Bouncing
Great
ball
feet.
is regathered
Good
eventually.
tackle. Great ball placement, young man. Don't play the ball. Thank you. All on side.
Brighton again with an
Offer's good.
overlap. It's good line speed from
survived it.
TJ, struggling to make the tackle. That one's gone forward, so we'll give
Marks it.
TJ's an
Scrum
opportunity
boys forward pass.
to cut this deficit
Yes.
back to 5.
How long is left? Minute and a half. Here we go. Come together then. Crouch.
There's only a minute and a half left of the half, as you hear the referee saying it. You've got to feel it's got to be now for TJ's, if ever.
Move the ball.
It is
well
now
done.
or never. TJ's checking
Good
away,
battle
coming
lines.
back over
Good
towards that
off-field
scrum
ball for you.
platform.
Men
It's
on the
well
floor,
worked
away.
over into the
Tackle's good. Roll,
midfield.
please,
Huge
roll.
hit coming in by
Wrap your
Fitzpatrick,
hands.
but TJ's with a
Yes,
man
tackle is
overlap on
good.
this right hand edge, but it's
He's
an
over the
early
ball.
turnover,
Ball has been
and
kicked
again
away.
it's Hall
Onside
who
for the-
hacks that ball downfield.
Backwards.
Well gathered by the
Backwards.
TJ's 13 Coombs,
Tackle is good. Ruck
who's
now.
had so much to say
through it, that's
in
fine.
this game so far. But
you can't
unfortunately,
kick the
that
ball,
might
young man.
be Brighton
You can't
ball,
kick
and
the
it
ball.
is.
When you're ready.
And barring a miracle turnover,
Ball's in
Brighton will take the
Come on,
victory in
why
this early game. Crossfield kick is good, just squirts loose, unfortunately. And that is full time. So Brighton do come through the Tunbridge storm and find themselves an early victory under the lights here.
4-2.
But Austin, it was all but plain sailing for Brighton, wasn't it?
It really was. I mean, up until the last 30 seconds of the first half, they were 10-0 down. Didn't look like they knew what to do against the Tunbridge press. And then that last try before the end of the half. Second half, they came out as they meant to continue, and they turned it around fantastically. French and Hall were instrumental in turning this around.
They were. Big shout out to Isaac French and Henry Hall, who really grabbed their team by the scruff of the neck and stepped up as leaders. But for the Tunbridge Juddians, the likes of Will Coombs, Ned Collins, having such a wonderful game, just wasn't quite their day today. However, that is all but the last game that we have. That is the start of a 6-game fixture. And coming up for you in about 5 minutes' time, we have Westcombe Park, who'll be looking to take over the rowdy neighbours of Brighton, of Hove. And that'll be with you in just a few minutes' time.
Graham, wherever you are, Graham, over there, can we do a countdown for the kickoff? Because both teams start at different times in the second half. Second half, we'll do a countdown. Cool. So both refs, can you please wait for the countdown on the whistle? So referees, can you give me a wave if you can hear us? Somebody talk to me. Yes, we're going to count you down, okay? So, on one, not one, and then go. So referee on the left, 4. Referee, hold. Let's have a thumbs up for referees and a thumbs up for all teams. Who you've got? We've got 1 minute. Let's hold 1 minute, referees. Hold 1 minute. Players, keep yourselves moving. And while we are waiting for that, 7 o'clock on the dot, can we have a big shout out for each of our teams? On our left from the clubhouse, Westcombe Park versus Hove. On our right from the clubhouse to our back, who's up? Chichester versus Havant. Get behind your team, the touchdown for every player. Hold on tight. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So welcome back to our second game of the day here on pitch 1 under the lights at Waterhall Road. We have Hove in their familiar claret and blue versus Westcombe Park in the black and white as Westcombe hack away. Well gathered there by the Hove fullback, and now there's an opportunity to strike up the middle. Good turnover though early. It's a good opportunity to strike early, but well taken and competed at the breakdown for Westcombe Park. And that ball will find touch and provide Hove with a free pass infield.
Hove, free pass here.
And I am, once again, this is Joe Wright, and I'll be talking you through the entire evening of events here at Brighton Blues Rugby Club. This time I'm joined by Tim. Tim, how are you?
I'm jolly good. It's good to be here. Good to be back at the Friday Night Super League tournament.
And Hove, a little bit reluctant to let those hands go initially, and then it does find its way to the outside players, but well gathered there by Westcombe Park.
Leave that, Hove, leave that. Thank you. Well done, young man. Still playing advantage for a knock-on.
Coming back over to this short side on Westcombe, carrying with a huge fend in the midfield.
Tackle now, release.
Good communication there for the referees. These referees all coming from Brighton College, part of their coaching staff and playing staff. All the refs as Westcombe come over to the short side, huge show and go, and Westcombe will open the scoring. And it's a scrum half picking and going at the base of the ruck, showing a huge dummy to the Hove defence. And based off round 1 scores, potentially an upset on the cards here.
Boys, in line with the flag.
Yeah, during the first tournament we did way back in November, it seems so long ago now.
When you're ready.
Westcombe had a bit of a tougher time
ready.
against the other teams. Though they managed to draw 10-all against Camberley.
But Hove coming around the outside, potentially looking to check away, escaping the tackle of 2. Well worked and well found back into the midfield. Good leg drive through contact. And Hove looking for the outside edge. There's a 3-on-2. There's a nice show on go. Bit of a foot race, stepping back on the inside. Again, more opportunities here for Hove, but that one just goes forward. Hove early, finding some really nice exchanges, but not quite executing when they need to.
Yeah, we saw some terrific footwork there from the Hove side. At that one moment, that terrific run they had there, just that slight forward pass just let them down.
And as I mentioned in the build-up to this game, if results go their way, Hove could find themselves in either second or first, but they need to do their job. They need to beat the teams in front of them here at round 2 under the lights. That includes a very valiant Westcombe Park team. They were taking it to them early, but there's a nice contact here from Hove.
As you say, Westcombe Park definitely looking to set the record straight after after November's tournament.
Yeah, and they'll be feeling like they've got a bit of a point to prove here, especially against Hove. Hove coming out on top against all but Brighton in their first game. Couple of draws. It's been all but plain sailing for Hove, and Westcombe Park will feel like they are there for the taking if they can put together a performance that warrants it. At the moment, 3 minutes in, they've done exactly that, but Hove with a man advantage on that right-hand side, again opting to straighten and strike through the middle. Nice miss pass to the outside edge, and now there's a foot race. Good contact though. The covering tackle.
You can see there that the wing was wide open for the Hove player to just run through there. But as you can see, they're pushing it back in, trying to find the gaps in the Westcombe defence.
Oh, that'll be penalty ball to Hove. Very clear communication from the referee. Hove player playing on the floor. Unfortunately, that is taken quite in front of the mark.
Must be at my foot.
Hove will regroup and regather themselves. And there's a bit of an emphasis on sending the big man up the middle, taking some players in and then potentially whipping it around the outside.
Hove will be definitely on a high after their match against Pulborough last in November. They had a very strong win there, and they're going to try and carry that momentum forward tonight.
Yeah, nice bit of footwork on the outside edge, well sealed, but the counter ruck is legal and fine, and Westcombe Park have smuggled this ball back, but the clearing kick is charged down. It's all a bit scrappy. 2 turnovers back to back. Hove do regather, and then a wonderful straightening line to cannon up the middle, offload out the tackle, potentially one more to go.
Tackle there, roll away.
Well recovered by Westcombe. It's
Park.
well worked in defence. Hove, you feel like, really need to take these advantages when they present themselves.
Yeah, they've clearly seen that scoreline and they're not happy with it. They're going to do everything they can to equalise.
And there he is, try scored, ball down, and it is the big man in the midfield who started that Hove onslaught of the Westcombe line that goes and executes when they need to. And Tim, that is exactly the response that Hove needed.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see how many opportunities they had there. They were pushing and pushing and pushing, and finally they managed to find that try line.
And there's a very clear DNA for me of this Hove side. It is take those big carries up the middle, suck defenders in, create overlaps, and then back your hands. But as we saw in our first game, these things are all but certain. Brighton coming back from a 10-point deficit to take the victory over the TJs. Counter-ruck was legal there from Brighton, but well played away by Westcombe Park. And Westcombe Park, wonderful footwork carrying up the middle. You talk about bringing 3 people into a breakdown. Westcombe able to do exactly that. Nice straightening line up the middle. Good offload. There's a 3-on-2 here on the short side if they want to draw and pass. They do, but that ball just finds touch. It's good defence there from Hove.
Free pass to Hove's here.
Yeah, some terrific terrific offensive
Take a
movement
step
from the
back,
Westcombe
please.
side.
Park.
Just at the last moment,
When you're ready.
ran into touch.
And there he is, try scorer, taking it up the
Tackle
middle,
there, roll
taking
away.
2 people with him. It's a very clear DNA of what Hove want to do. Nice show and go.
Go backwards,
Ball is
play
ripped
on.
but goes backwards. And now there's a straightening opportunity. Good 20-metre carry up the
there.
middle.
You could see that run there. He was just looking at that try line and not looking really
Okay,
to be
you're not
stopped.
on your feet. You cannot play that ball, young man. Free kick against you.
Again, just allowing the opportunity for those
When
referees,
you're
for
ready.
you to hear those referees and the level of communication that they've got. This is an under-12s tournament. These boys are growing and evolving,
there.
developing in this sport. The referees play such a huge part. And personally, I've been so impressed with the level of
Backwards,
communication
play
they're
on.
able to deliver. As we see Westcombe throwing a dummy and straightening.
Come on, there's no ruck. He's not
2
offside
minutes
there.
to go in this first half.
Tackle now, release. Leave that.
Got to
leave
release that
home,
tackle
thank
again.
you.
Wonderful communication from the ref.
Yeah, it's just such a fantastic opportunity for these players to experience
Tackle
the real
now,
deal
release, roll
almost
away,
when it comes to a
thank you,
rugby
Hove.
tournament.
That counts the ruck
It is,
spot.
and you know, historically in the UK, these type of tournaments have been reserved for the under-15s, under-18s, the college boys playing at Bucks and playing at school tournaments all up and down the country, which we bring to you on Next Gen.
Tackle now, roll away.
But now it's the
release,
turn of the
leave that home.
under-12s to get a taste of what these tournament
You must
formats
show
are
a clear
like.
release.
Both of these sides taking that opportunity by the scruff of the neck as Westcombe look to truck around the outside. Again, not a lot of momentum coming onto the ball. And now there's a big straighten and fend. Offload 2-on-1 around this outside. Show and go, but then potentially wrestled,
Tackle there.
squirrels his way away.
No hands, Hove.
It's well listened by the Hove player. No hands. Now coming back over to the short side. Backing
Tackle
himself
there,
against
run
3
away.
or 4. Going hard at the breakdown on Hove, but there's some man overlap if they want to execute. Skip pass to the wing.
Tackle
But it's a
there.
wonderful covering tackle to stop would have been a surefire score. And then another big contact.
This is some terrific
Okay.
defence on the Hove side
Lifting
there,
above the
seeing that gap in the
horizontal,
wing,
put it
covering
down,
it
please.
immediately, making sure
Free tap.
they can't get through
From
for the
here,
Westcombe
please.
side.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Hove,
Tackle there.
the tip tackle going beyond the horizontal, so penalty
good
ball,
lift.
but this time
Penalty against you.
it's Westcombe Park on the receiving end of one of the blasts of the referee's whistle. And
you're
with
ready.
seconds left to go, it seems like we might go into half-time all square.
Okay, that's just bounced into touch. Free pass here.
Westcombe will have one more opportunity to wrestle
When you're ready.
the advantage back
Don't have
into
to
their
tackle when they're
hands.
a free pass.
I think whichever side here scores that final try before half-time will certainly be feeling a lot better at the beginning of the next half.
Indeed, and I've been super impressed with that big man for Westcombe Park with the black scrum hat, puts so much momentum onto his carries, runs with such venom and purpose. Westcombe showing another
Tackle
dummy,
there.
potentially should have gone through the hands. Will they look to execute here? Checking around to the winger, but again the Hove
Okay,
defence
tackle
is
and touch.
staunch.
Be a Hove free pass.
It's Hove free passes.
Mark
Clock is surely in the
Put
red.
your gum shot into your mouth first, please. Thank you. And you can go. This will be last play.
Last play called by the ref, checking around the outside are Hove. They'll look to have one last say in this game. That ball goes
Gone
forward
play
though.
advantage.
Westcombe advantage. It is
Tackle there.
mayhem at the moment.
Neither team is willing to give an inch here, it seems. Both of them desperate not to be the one to let that try slip by them.
Advantage is over for the knock on. Tackle there.
No more free kick advantage. Westcombe Park having to work so hard to retain the ball at the breakdown. Hove counter-rucking with menace. Westcombe
Tackle there. He's falling. He's falling. It's not
retaining possession. There's not an ounce of either team that want to kick this ball out and just go into half-time all square. Both teams want to go in with some sort of advantage. Hove are struggling to escape. And it's hacked into the
Yeah.
backfield where it
That's
does find
half-time.
touch, and that is half-time. An absolute carnage of a final 2 minutes. Both teams fighting to wrestle advantage back in their favour. And Tim, both teams had opportunities to do it and just couldn't quite find that final pass to go and unlock each other's defence.
Yeah, we saw from the Hove side, they actually had a terrific run set up here. It was just a slight mistouch of the ball leading to it falling forward, thus giving the advantage back to Westcombe. But as you say, neither team should be disappointed with their performance in that half. It was just absolutely terrific.
It was, and we're going to take advantage of the 30 seconds remaining of this break. And we'll be right back with you to bring you the second half, where it currently remains Westcombe 5, Hove 5.
Let's go, please, both teams.
So Westcombe get us back underway. In a bit of a war of attrition as Hove look to go and wrestle advantage back into their favour early. It's a monstrous carry up the wing, only stopped short of the line by 10 metres. And if Hove can straighten and use the hands, they have to open the scoring in the second half. It's carried and it is. And we go, it's like a London bus. We wait and we wait and we wait. And then at the first time of asking in the second half, Hove go and execute.
Get the ball back to them, please.
It's absolutely incredible. We saw right that first play there. It took him 3 defenders to be stopped, getting out to the side, right out to the wing, landing that try.
Okay, Hove, the marks here, please.
It really is coast to coast, wing to wing for Hove, stretching that Westcombe Park defence. And whatever the coaches have said at half time, well, it's worked wonders. And now it's Westcombe's turn.
Tackle there, roll away.
To reply. Big gap in the defensive line. Westcombe straightening, carving up the middle. And all of a sudden, this game's broken loose.
Yeah, in the first half, as we saw, both teams were not letting each other really get any opportunities. Here it seems
that's a hand off above,
they've taken on that momentum and just pushed it right the way through. They're not letting any opportunities get by them.
Yeah, both teams coming out fierce and fiery in this second half. And just to clarify, if anyone's watching and wondering why that was a penalty turnover, under 12s can't hand off above the chest line. And the referee deemed that handoff by the Westcombe player just riding high into the neck area. Well, Westcombe have wrestled possession back in them. That's a nice draw and pass. Lovely shape, and then there's a straightening line, and Westcombe equalise. And what a wonderful bit of footwork from Westcombe Park to carve open that Hove defence.
Yeah, we've only been playing the second half for, I think, just over a minute, and already we've had 2 tries. This is absolutely incredible play from both sides here.
Okay, boys, when you're ready.
Yeah, and I imagine plaudits have to go to both teams' coaching staff, because whatever they've said at half-time has turned this game from a war of attrition into a free-flowing, open, expansive game of rugby. As we see again, Hove charged down that left-hand side, hurdling through a couple tackles. Coming back into the midfield, the counter-ruck looked good, but referee is not happy with the quality of that turnover, so free ball here for Hove. Were Westcombe back 10? It doesn't matter because they've not made tackles.
Fine, north side backwards off of Westcombe Park, play on.
And Westcombe wrestled possession again. So Hove, even though making a couple really good offensive interventions, potentially guilty of not looking after that ball enough.
Yeah, we see it's cleared away there by Westcombe, but picked up immediately by Hove, who are finding all the gaps.
Big stutter step, carrying up the middle, straightening, taking 2 men with him. Looked like first man was in there legally, but couldn't get the lift on the ball. And now there's an opportunity to go around the outside. That one just drifts forward though, and again, Hove can't find that cutting edge reliably in this game.
Boys, to be clear on the turnover there, I didn't see a clear release before he went back in. That's why I didn't give it. So scrum down, Westcombe ball.
Yeah, as we heard from the ref there, the reason the turnover was given is now we now have
side,
a scrum, as we
9.
say, to
9, this side, please. Thank you.
to Hove.
Have a step, please. Crouch. Bind. Set. Ball in, please.
A forward pass ball. So it is Westcombe with possession. Might look to just clear, but instead straighten.
It's been ripped in the tackle, no problems there.
Hove. Well, they target the ball at the tackle and then go and execute. The hands have got to go. If he straightens, he's got to score. And he does get over. And good for the lad, because there was 4 men on his outside waiting for the ball. But the show and go straightens, backs his own ability. You'll see it here. Big show, fixes the winger, and Hove regain the lead. And it's a bit of a shootout at the moment, Tim.
Yeah, he had eyes on that try line. He wasn't going to let anything stop him from getting there. Not all of the Westcombe players teaming up and seemingly doing their best to bring him to a halt.
Well done.
It's now up to Westcombe
Tackle there.
to do what they did earlier in this second half and equalise pretty quickly. There's a nice draw and pass. Good carry, taking 2 or 3 men with him. Counter ruck from Hove to no avail. Westcombe checking around the outside, straightening again. 2 or 3 missed tackles there from Hove, gaining Westcombe about 10-15 metres up the middle. And opportunities here on this left-hand edge. The ball just needs to go through the hands, takes a bit of a bobble. Now it's a bit of a free-for-all on the floor, regathered by Westcombe well, under great pressure there from Hove.
Yeah, we saw the slight mistake from Westcombe, but Hove were immediately upon that ball. Just not able to make it theirs.
Tackle now.
Yeah, it really looks like Hove have got a few more gears to go through. Westcombe need to take these advantages when they come. That one falls through the hands. It found the bread basket, but the bread basket was faulty.
Hove, you were in at the side. Free kick against you.
But it won't matter, because Westcombe, again with free ball, and for my money, 4 minutes left to go.
When you're ready.
You'd be a braver man than me to say that Westcombe won't score again. When they find their momentum and attack, they look phenomenal. There was a man advantage here on the left-hand side. There's a huge contact in the midfield. And then straightening.
Tackle there.
Again a Westcombe, but Hove going hard at the breakdown. No lift on the ball initially, and then Hove find their second movement to regain possession. And possession will find its way back into the claret of blue of Hove, but then the Westcombe counter-ruck almost knocks them off their own ball. But Hove look to go around the outside, and now there's a foot race. It's a wonderful covering tackle by Westcombe Park.
Leave that, please. Must see a clear release, please.
Again, really good communication from the ref.
Okay. Said very clearly, I need to see a clear release, Westcombe.
Unfortunately, though, Westcombe falling foul of the referee's whistle once more. And in this break of play, it gives us a good opportunity to mention that there will be a 15-minute break after this game, as both Westcombe and Havant on pitch 2 will play back-to-back games, so the 15 minutes allows them a much-needed break. And we'll see Westcombe back here against Brighton, who looked phenomenal in their opening game.
Yeah, Brighton had a terrific start to this tournament here, both in November and both tonight.
Westcombe draw and pass, trying to get round the outside, looking to check the ball back on the inside, but that'll be a Westcombe ball.
It's gone backwards off of Westcombe Park, then backwards off of Hove into touch. It'll be a Westcombe Park free pass.
It is indeed. About 2 minutes left to go. Westcombe, free pass into the midfield. Unfortunately, the hands
tackle there, release.
Just going to floor, regathered though. All balls always going backwards, and there is a Westcombe overlap on this left-hand side. Straightening, stepping back up the midfield is the big man who's been so dominant in his contact.
Yeah, Westcombe will be looking at that 15-10 scoreline, saying we're not going to let you get away with that.
No clear lift.
Hove definitely aren't shy of draws, and neither are Westcombe. Westcombe drawing to Camberley. in their final game
Tackle there.
of last round, and they'll be looking for a last-ditch effort to at least give a drawing opportunity, potentially a winning opportunity in what would be an upset against the
Tackle now,
rowdy
release.
neighbours of the host Brighton in Hove.
They've travelled a long way from Kent to be here. They're going to look to make sure they take advantage.
Nice check back on the inside, and again straightening, going through a couple tackles. It's well sealed at the ruck, but Hove go really hard. The counter ruck is legal and good. Hove might be looking to finish with a flourish here as they come around the outside, checking over the top of the carrier, but that one just drifts forward.
It's a forward pass. It's going to be a scrum down. Westcombe ball.
And Westcombe, with potentially the last scoring opportunity of the game, could equalise.
Yeah, we've got less than 1 minute on the clock. As you say, this could be the last opportunity. But either way, I think both sides have played absolutely fantastically.
Ball in, please.
To the point that the scoreline might actually not reflect the game in full.
No, the scoreline definitely flatters Hove. Westcombe Park have been incredible in their defence, very valiant, and had the lion's share of success in the first half. This is last play, so Westcombe Park will have one opportunity to go from midfield to try line to level against Hove in what would be a wonderful and well-deserved result for this team. Unfortunately, though, Westcombe currently playing with 9 as a man injured. As the ball squirts loose on the floor, regathered by Hove, and Hove just have to clear, and they kick up towards our cameramen. And Hove do take the victory against a resilient Westcombe Park, who surely deserved a draw at least. But such is the way of sport, it doesn't always go your way, and Hove do take the victory.
Yeah, as I say, I don't think the scoreline reflected either team's performance there. They were both so equally, as you say, they deserved that draw. But it was an incredible, incredible match to watch, really, and to, I'm sure, to play in.
And both teams will learn loads and benefit from playing such fierce competition, but it does finish with Hove the victors. So as I mentioned earlier on, we'll take about a 15-minute break, and then we'll be right back with you to bring you the third game of the day, and that will be Brighton, the hosts, versus Westcombe Park. And so welcome back, and it's Brighton and Isaac French to get us back underway against Westcombe Park, who fell just short against Hove.
Onside, young man, onside, thank you.
There is French, dropping a little pass off to Staples. Staples straightening, carrying well. Good clear out by Brighton, but Westcombe go hard at the breakdown and get an early turnover. And Tim, based off of Westcombe's performance against Hove, they're going to give Brighton a real run for their money.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be looking to make up for the last match lost, which, as we say, was really they were just the one try away from equalising.
Leave it, Westcombe,
There's Fitzpatrick carrying up that far wing. It's backwards off the hand of Kyle Blick. Crossfield kick is good. It's regathered well, stepping in and then stepping out. A little bit of jouet on this outside edge, but then dragged down 5 metres short. But that'll be free kick ball for Brighton. Going too hard and illegally at the breakdown. Brighton playing fast, but the referee again bringing Isaac French back to the mark. And watch out for this combination between Isaac French and Henry Hall. Single-handedly dragged this team back into the game against the TJs. There's a nice drop off. There is Henry Hall carrying up the short side. Not a lot of space to work with him.
Onside, boys, onside here, thank you.
We saw a fantastic kick there across the pitch into the hands of Manny Brown, who almost scored that opening try of the match.
It just shows Brighton's endeavour. There's Blick to French. French this time skipping Hall and going all the way to the outside edge. Manny Brown trying to get over, but it's knock-on advantage. So Westcombe hacking the ball deep. They need the bounce to be kind, and it is. It turns the Brighton team, and Westcombe with a wonderful field advantage, but the footwork by Fitzpatrick gets him all the way around the outside. It is a huge hit. That was a movable force.
Yeah, fine, first man.
Westcombe passing away outside the pressure from Isaac French, and again hacking deep into the midfield. Regathered again once more by Fitzpatrick, who bounces round the outside. Fitzpatrick, man on his outside and inside, goes on the outside to Manny Brown. Manny Brown can't bring the ball back with him, and there will be knock-on advantage for Westcombe Park. And Tim, Brighton have threatened consistently, but Westcombe, as they did against Hove, find a way to repel the threat.
Yeah, we're seeing multiple offensive actions by Brighton here, but Westcombe just not letting them get past their defensive line.
Crouch.
And again, 5-second scrums here for the under-12s. It'll be in and out. No contest push, but contest hook. Blick to French. French with Hall running a nice line on the underneath. It doesn't go to Hall, it goes to Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick will find nothing but the try line in the opening score, and it's a wonderful set piece for Brighton.
Yeah. Brighton to receive.
The disguise on this ball underneath by Isaac French. And maybe Westcombe thinking he's going to dish off to his pal Henry Hall, but doesn't, just drops a little one off to Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick against the grain, finds the angle, gets the opening score over, and it is wonderful from Brighton.
Yeah, so that was such a terrific play, just completely unexpected. He had the entire gap to run through, did Fitzpatrick, and as you say, a well-deserved try.
And here he is again.
Tackle release.
Really good midfield carry. Just lost forward though in the contact, so no infringement. And Westcombe Park straightening, stepping off the right foot, trying to get around try scorer Fitzpatrick, but dragged down 10 metres short. Can they go and execute and level up the scoring as they did against Hove? But unfortunately that ball squirts loose. It gives Brighton knock-on advantage. And Brighton might look to strike from deep. There's a crossfield kick. Here's Manny Brown on the outside edge, trying to make something of it. It's well gathered by Westcombe and then played away out of the contact, stepping on the inside and checking away.
All good, it's fine. Play on, play on.
Ball finds the floor.
Tackle. No.
As you say, what we have here, we have an incredibly offensive team in Brighton. As you say, at the last time they did a terrific job. But Westcombe have their defence all sorted out. They're not really letting much by. That one try, as we say, was a terrific move by Brighton. That was just unconceivable.
It is valiant work by Brighton.
Brighton ball.
To unlock
Ready, boys?
this
Drop for me,
stubborn
man. Drop for me.
and
Crouch.
rigid Westcombe Park
Line.
defence that bends
Set.
and doesn't
Ball in.
break.
Okay, boys, stay in bound, stay bound, stay bound.
Competition
Keep
at the
trapped side,
hook.
reset
Ball just
quickly.
comes back out the
There
tunnel.
you go, crouch, bind, set, ball in. Came out the side. There you go, ball's there, 9. Great
Oh, it's
ball.
well away. There is French, there is Hall. There's the familiar combination of the two boys in the midfield for Brighton.
Now, no, Westcombe,
And this
no,
Brighton
no.
team coming from
Thank
all
you.
from state schools,
Unlucky.
growing this club from the ground up. French checking away around the outside. There is our number 6 Staples. Dragged down
Advantage here
on
for the
this left wing.
Advantage
High
for the
tackle
high.
advantage for Brighton.
Counter-attack's fine, advantage for the high tackle. Free kick here. Marks here.
As you can see,
Marks
Brighton
here.
clearly
Drop
have
far now.
all of the team working in such a communicative
drop for me?
group that the ball just flows
Mark,
from one
man,
player
there you
to
go.
the next. They know exactly what they're doing at all the right moments.
And French again to Hall.
Tackle! No, leave it, Westcombe, no! Leave it, Westcombe,
And there
thank
is
you.
Blick in an acting half. French checking away. Staples. There's Fitzpatrick carving a line underneath, looking for his second score.
Westcombe are desperate to hold him up and not
ball
let him
now.
get through.
Yeah, fine, ripped, that's fine.
Is ripped in the tackle by Westcombe
Okay, so
Park, and
more,
once
yeah, he's
again,
ripped it. The man's
valiant
knocked it
defensive
on,
effort
it's
from
strong,
Westcombe
meters to
Park.
Brighton.
2.5
Okay.
minutes left to go
Lot
in
forward by
this first
Westcombe,
half,
ripped
and
it, scrum
every
down
time
Brighton.
Brighton come
Okay.
knocking, Westcombe have an answer.
They've got a
Try
scrum
line,
here.
please, Westcombe, try line.
Westcombe's ball. No, it's not. Sorry. It's Brighton's ball. Apologies. Can they make anything of this to add?
Set, hold
to
the
the
push,
lead?
please,
Yeah,
thank
Brighton
you. Ball's there,
stacking
9.
this left-hand edge. There is French, as always, looking to come underneath. This time
Yeah,
to
I've watched it, it's
Fitzpatrick,
absolutely fine
not
for you,
using
man.
his man Henry Hall. Isaac French stepping and delivering. There's Staples trying to get over the line. Is held up and driven backwards by
Some more
Westcombe
now.
Park. Maul has formed over that try line. And if it's held with no
Play on,
momentum,
play
it
on,
will
play on,
be
play on.
Westcombe ball. Brighton smuggle it back onto their own side. Manny Brown looking to come over, use his footwork and speed to get over and score, and he does.
Try the
Manny
corner.
Brown executes over on that far side, doubling Brighton's lead. Westcombe held out for so long, but the quality of Brighton shining through.
Yeah, that was a fantastic try. We saw the ball
2-0,
come out
boys.
to Chapman. He had Sanderson
Boys,
extra
Chichester.
on the side to use, but Manny Brown was just able to
Kick.
sweep past that
Brighton
extra length of
Chichester.
Westcombe Park defence and make the try.
It's just good
I'll tell you, you
speed,
go
and
back
there's
off,
there's an air of confidence
Bit more,
about
bit
Manny
more.
Brown when he gets
Bit more.
ball in hand
Yeah,
and clean space in front of him. He's a fast
Let's
character
go.
and
Behind the kicker, boys.
executes when he needed to.
Let's go.
Brighton
Yep, all on, that's
really
fine.
solving their issues from their opening game so far. As we see Henry Hall carrying again, finding the outside edge with
Tackle
ease.
release. No, no,
Westcombe
no,
Park
Westcombe,
piling
no,
into
leave
that
it.
breakdown, trying to
Okay, you're fine
turn that
first,
ball
and you're
over,
off
but
the
here's a free
can't
kick
ball
now for
anymore,
Brighton.
okay?
There
You've
is a
also-
man overlap here.
Come
Manny Brown is stood in acres
back,
of
boys, come
space.
back.
Isaac French wants to go quickly.
Where you going, where you going?
Referee
Man,
is
right,
just
you've got to be part of the tackle,
too
you've got to
busy
release as well.
explaining
Okay, yep.
his decision to the Westcombe Park defence. So Isaac has to listen to those referee calls.
Ripped in the tackle, that's fine.
Reggie Chapman
Ripped, then knock on advantage.
carrying, getting ripped, and then Westcombe knocking it on.
Timing,
Here is
please,
Henry
Havant,
Hall
watch the timing
trying to go
next
around the
time.
outside, potentially stepping out, walking that touch line with ease, finding the ball on the inside to Manny Brown, and it is a phenomenal bit of play by Henry Hall, executed by Manny Brown. He walked this touch line like a tightrope artist
Westcombe kicker receive.
to unlock Manny Brown and Brighton's third score of the
Boys,
game.
balls, please.
Yeah, that was just fantastic to watch. You saw they had all the room here. As you said, there was the overlap. Made it all the way out to the touchline and then just switched it back there to Manny Brown, who made it that try.
That one-handed, left-handed offload from Henry Hall. A phenomenal bit of skill set.
Great footwork.
Well,
Great
Westcombe
footwork, young
Park
man, very nice.
finding their own bit of endeavour
Tackle, East.
in attack. Won't take lightly to having 3 scores put against them, and will stay in the fight as we saw them do
All
against
backwards.
Hove.
Backwards into touch, Brighton, your ball hit.
Yeah, we saw that ball just switch past the player's hands, just moving into touch there,
There.
giving
Can't
Brighton
break. Drop
the free
side, boys.
pass.
Drop. In more. Thank you.
Clock's in red. Last play will be coming ever so quickly. And there is Chapman, Reggie Chapman, aggressive ball carrier.
It's a maul!
Brighton maul.
It's a maul still.
If it's held up and turned over, this will be last play. And it will take us into half-time as the music blares over the tannoy system.
No!
Here at Water Hall.
Hang on. No.
Isaac French, little crossfield kick. It's charged down, knocked on there by Westcombe Park, and here is Staples stepping around a couple, offloading to Henry Hall. Henry Hall dragging 2 men down with him. Staples getting in to seal that ball. Clear chat there from the referee, not to be played at by Westcombe Park. It's all a bit scrappy. That one goes forward potentially. Referee's happy with it. Chapman straightens, takes 2 men with him.
Thank you.
And there's not any idea for Brighton to kick this ball out and just take it to half-time. Henry Hall working with Isaac.
Okay, boys, just forward there.
You can see again the same play they used last time. Bring it out to the touchline, try and get it past those players where they're stretched thinly. But this time it just didn't work.
And that is half-time. Westcombe Park are able to offset that final Brighton attack. It is half-time. Brighton 15, Westcombe Park 0. And we saw in Westcombe's game earlier against Hove, they're no strangers to coming back against the deficit. This time, the deficit is 3 and not 2. But we'll take a very short 30-second break before bringing you the second half of our third game, where Brighton are in the lead by 15-0 over Westcombe Park. So the second half about to get underway. Westcombe Park restarting towards Brighton, fielded by Staples. And Westcombe Park with a bit of a job on their hands to overcome this deficit. Ball back on the inside by Isaac French is taken by the Westcombe Park player.
As we saw in the match against Hove, hopefully their coaches will have had a word with them over half-time, and they can use that 15-point gap as just pure momentum to reach.
And unfortunately though, early turnover as Brighton go hard at the breakdown. Henry Hall capitalising, stealing, and then going quickly down that left-hand edge. Bit of a messy breakdown, advantage there for Brighton. Yeah, but Westcombe flying through that ruck and regaining possession. So Westcombe playing with a little bit more grittiness about them in this second half. Nice show and go. Stepping back on the inside of Westcombe Park, and now it's danger signs for Brighton. Good check away out of the contact. Stepping back on the inside. But there is penalty advantage for Westcombe Park. I believe it's a tackle with the feet as well from that covering player. Accidental, but impacted the play nonetheless. As Westcombe Park trying to get over, and they do. Ref its ball down and try time, and Westcombe Park, as they did against Hove, come out the blocks firing in this second half.
Yeah, we've only just had the starting whistle blown, and already we've got a try away under our belts from Westcombe.
And they're just stubborn in their endeavour and work so hard to stay in any game that they are in. Results might not have gone their way so far, but a team that plays with such character is so impressive. 10 points the deficit now, 2 tries the deficit. Westcombe Park with an early advantage here off the restart.
As I say, with 3 tries to Brighton, hopefully they won't become complacent in the second half. They won't see that as sort of a cushion, and they'll be able to continue pressing the opponent.
Yeah, Westcombe Park though, starting the faster and the sharper, stepping back on the infield to not get smuggled out into touch now. But Brighton once more, and it's that man again, Henry Hall, who notched up more jackal turnovers than any other player combined in round 1, being an absolute menace at the breakdown for Brighton. Staples checking around the outside, there's Fitzpatrick, but a huge bit of contact coming in from Westcombe Park. The ball squirts forward and it'll be Westcombe ball. And I don't think Fitzpatrick was expecting that level of contact coming from his blind side.
No, certainly. I remember from my days playing rugby for Castle Carey back when I was a wee lad, and there were some people on the pitch who would just kind of take the wind out of you when you get contact.
Especially coming from that blind side. It gives Westcombe, though, a really good platform to potentially cut this deficit back down to 1. Need a little bit more momentum in their carry, and that inaccuracy at the set piece won't be doing them any favours. They do really well, though, to escape that breakdown with the ball. Checking out the back of contact, though, is Westcombe. Now going back down the short side. Brighton players in the passing lanes. It just slows up that Westcombe ball, and there he is, potentially going hard at the breakdown. Good clear out by Westcombe. Checking around the outside though, straightening opportunity. What a shot there by Joey Staples. And now Westcombe looking to use an advantage of their own in terms of a right-hand side overlap. Come back over to this left-hand edge. Numbers are good, but stepping around Fitzpatrick, almost. Ball's always going backwards, and it's scrappy on the floor. Advantage Westcombe for a knock-on.
We had a small break in the Brighton defence there. They were being pushed back. It seems that they've recollected themselves, and now Westcombe fighting to get that second try.
Yeah, it will be. I believe it'll be Westcombe ball. It is. But just a moment ago, if that pass hadn't gone forward, there was a 3-on-1 man overlap on that far-hand side. Westcombe, though, again, just a little bit of inaccuracy, and it's a testament to the Brighton pressure that they're putting in defence. But again, Westcombe doing well at the scrum. Henry Hall just slipping off the tackle. Good carry and big contact by Westcombe. And there's a nice bit of momentum and speed into the carry, coming back over to this left-hand side, where Westcombe Park have a man advantage if they want to execute. Driving towards the line, falling just short, and then Brighton going really hard at the breakdown. Westcombe smuggle it back over to their own side, but there's a 3-man overlap for Westcombe Park on that right-hand side if they can identify. But it's held up over the try line, and the opportunity goes begging for Westcombe.
That was so close for the Westcombe side, exasperatingly close. You can see they were on the try line, they were there, they were over, just held up by the Brighton team.
And Westcombe still have a man advantage on this right-hand side, not taken. Good footwork, stepping around a couple, losing his balance in the contact. Westcombe straightening, and good tackle there by Isaac French. 2-on-1 on the right-hand side, not taken. Opts for ball security. And again, Westcombe with a huge man advantage on this left-hand side, not quite able to identify and then execute.
Yeah, I think it's a testament definitely to the defence of the Brighton team that all of these chances, all of these pushes to the try line are not getting through. But there may be a chance here for Westcombe Park coming out of that scrum.
Yeah, and you'll see Brighton piling in at the breakdown, trying to force any error that they can, such as the offensive pressure that Westcombe have been able to apply. And there's a 3-on-2, stepping around the tackle and offloading, but a huge contact into touch for Brighton, forces the knock-on from Westcombe Park. And it's staunch defence from the hosts to see off what was a 3-minute Westcombe onslaught.
Yeah, that was an absolutely incredible offensive play by the Westcombe team. Just, again, pushing and pushing at that corner, but just not quite able to find the ground with the ball.
So it'll be Brighton ball. And Isaac French just opts for a nice clearance kick, gaining some metres. It'll be free pass for Westcombe. 2.5 minutes left to go. And it gives us a nice opportunity as we approach our halfway point in the tournament to give a shout out to the upcoming games. Up next here on pitch 1, we have the TJs, the Tunbridge Juddians versus Hove. After that, Brighton versus Havant. That's 1v2 in a tie that could decide the championship, or at least have a huge say in who wins this tournament overall come the championship rounds finishing. And then Tunbridge versus Chichester right at the back end of the tournament. That's really well gathered though. Coming back to the action on pitch 1 by Westcombe Park, it was Henry Hall who hacked the ball through. Westcombe gather with ease. And there's Fitzpatrick straightening, but offloading to a Westcombe player. No offside line, it's all open play. So Westcombe trying to find the outside edges. There's good balance and power to stay alive in the contact.
You can see that the Westcombe player not willing to go down, despite the multiple Brighton players trying to bring him to a halt.
And again, big overlap on that right-hand side if they want to execute. Brighton have identified it though and reacted well. There's a good endeavour by Reggie Chapman coming through the ruck, tackling the player. But it's Westcombe tap ball. Westcombe stepping, Henry Hall though, making tackles, frustrating this Westcombe Park side and their supporters. Opportunity to just go around the outside. It's a 3-on-1, but that ball just drops loose, unfortunately. Westcombe keeping it alive. Good leg drive through contact. There's 1, there's 2. 3 men it takes to bring that player down. And last play. So unfortunately for Westcombe, they won't be able to equalise, but they'll at least like a score to try and see them back into this game.
Yeah, opportunity knocks with those small gaps in the defensive line.
Oh, they do get over though.
Opportunity knocks and Westcombe Park answer.
They finally get over for their second score, and by my mind, a 7-minute stint of pressure on that Brighton try line for Westcombe Park. On another day, those little passes that didn't quite go to hand, they stick, and Westcombe Park take a huge scalp over the host Brighton. But that's another day. Today, Brighton stayed stubborn and found the answers when it mattered, and they do take their second victory on pitch 1 today. 15 points to 10 over Westcombe Park. And coming up for you next at bang on 8 o'clock, we have the TJs, the Tonbridge Juddians versus Hove, and that'll be with you in a few minutes time.
All right, thank you players for getting ready so promptly. So we've got TJs versus Hove on our left. Make some noise for your appropriate teams, everybody. Versus Chichester on our right. Referees are ready. Let's have a countdown. Let's get this party going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So welcome back to our third game of the day.
There, no problems, play on.
It's the Tunbridge Juddians versus Hove. Both these teams already having a stint on live stream. Hove coming through a very contestable game against Westcombe Park, and Tunbridge Juddians leading Brighton up until the final 5 minutes, where Brighton found an extra gear to kick through. It is Hove in their familiar claret and blue, attacking from left to right, and the Tunbridge Juddians attacking from left to right in their red and white strip. It is the Juddians, though, carrying up the midfield and flexing their muscles early. One carry taking them from their try line to halfway. Little bit of a bubble at the roll ball by Fred Parton.
Okay, just knocked on by
A
TJ,
knock-on
so
advantage
scrum
there.
down, Hove ball.
So scrum for Hove. And
That's
once
it.
again, I'm joined by Tim. And
This
Tim,
side, please, Nine.
it's an interesting affair because
Thank you.
Hove struggled a little bit against Westcombe Park. Tunbridge Juddians, the TJs, dominated large parts of their game against Brighton. Feels like both teams have gears to go through yet.
Definitely. We're just over a minute into this match. Hove coming away from their win that was really hard fought against Westcombe Park.
Oh,
Already, you can see the momentum is just carried on straight on through.
it's a monstrous carry up this left-hand edge. And sometimes it just takes one man to put his head down and ask the question of a defence. And you see this from the scrum platform. It's played away to the open side. 2 passes, finds that 13 channel. And then the leg drive to kick through 2 oncoming tacklers, getting the ball over. Hove starting fast against the Tunbridge Juddians.
Yeah, Tonbridge will definitely be looking to equalise as soon as possible, not let them get an advantage on, certainly not let them get a runaway set of tries in one of the other.
Yeah, good carry there by Ericsson Lee. Dragging a couple players with him.
Tackle now, release.
And the Tunbridge Juddians piling into that breakdown to secure the ball. Such is the pressure from Hove. And there's Ned Collins, who had a wonderful game against Brighton. Unfortunately, ripped in the tackle, falls back into the hands of Hove. And we spoke about Westcombe Park's defence. Well, Hove, stubborn early, and a good little chip and chase through. And it's touched by the Tunbridge Juddians, so that'll be Hove ball at halfway. What a territorial advantage for Hove.
Certainly coming off the back of, we saw those defensive lines on the try line, coming right the way to the halfway line in a single kick. I think if the Juddians had been able to get hands to that ball, it would have been a different story.
It is, as we see the TJs and Callum Bardwell fixing some of their errors in defence, getting up with the line speed and making good contact. Here is the try scorer for Hove, who we've not got a number for, unfortunately. Hove carrying. It's a really good tackle though by Sasha Jones, and then Jones once again going hard at the breakdown. Hove chip and chase over the top, turning this Tunbridge defence. It's well fielded though by Alex Clark, who backs his pace to get out of dodge. Cuts a wonderful line up that outside edge, but hacked down in the end by Hove.
Tackle now, release.
Good counter ruck and steal. Hove wrestle possession, and then Tunbridge go hard at the breakdown themselves.
Okay.
And a knock on
Just
there
forward as he tried to catch
on the
it.
floor
Unlucky
from
scrum
Hove.
down. TJ's
And again,
ball.
these first 4 minutes, fast. No team really setting their stall out to dominate early. Both teams finding success in phases.
Yeah, I think it's definitely setting a pattern for how this game might go, and that neither team
Ball in, please.
really wants to let the other team know what they have in the bag. I think both teams, as you say, they've got more gears to go through.
Backwards.
TJ's just lacking a little bit of accuracy in their clearance off that set piece, but wonderful leg drive for the TJs. James Green carrying, staying alive in the contact. And now there's an opportunity here for the TJ, straightening, carving a wonderful line up the middle. A big fend is all he'll need to get over. Offload is good. There's a foot race on this outside edge if the TJs can execute. Ericsson Lee dragged down with 2 meters left to go. Fred Parton in at half. One more pass and it has to be try time. Sasha Jones straightens, carries, resets that offside line for the TJs. Little pick and go by Parton, trying to get over the try line. He's forced backwards by Hove. There is a lovely dive, pick and go. It's a poacher's score.
By Parton there, as you see, he just dived down and just got over the try line. Absolutely fantastic tackle.
And his job's done. Gets over. And it's Sasha Jones who picks up, acting in at scrum half, picks up the ball, dives over the try line and subs himself off for his troubles. And TJs, the Tunbridge Juddians, equalise 5 minutes into this game. I wonder if there's a little voice in the back of the Hove minds thinking, we've got to execute when we have the opportunities here, because the TJs, well, they're up for this. They're in for a real dogfight.
It looks like the TJs might be a man down for the rest of this match. I think after that try, like you say, substituted him off.
Yeah, Sasha Jones, monstrous figure so far in this game, but now there's an opportunity for Hove, but it's a wonderful covering tackle there by Alex Clark.
Ball is out, no problem. He's not
Ball is out,
offside.
no. The TJ's not offside, and there's a wonderful tackle coming in by Ethan White. And now there's Will Coombs driving up that middle. Ericsson Lee. That breakdown's a bit of a mess, but TJs wrestle it back onto their own terms. Callum Bardwell checking over to the speedy Alex Clark. Dragged down in the end though by Hove, scragged rather unceremoniously to the floor.
We saw there that the ball actually turned over to Hove for just a moment, but actually
He's picked the ball up, that's
it's
fine.
been the rock's been cleared away by the TJ side, only for Hove to get the ball again. It's back and forth like a back and forth thing.
It's a war of attrition at the moment between the TJs and Hove, and I think summed up perfectly by the breakdown. Counter ruck after counter ruck, neither team finding concrete defence in sealing that ball after the contact.
Ball's out.
TJ's driving up that outside edge, spinning around a few, is the number 10 Oakley Trimmer. And Tremere feeding away. There's Parton in at 9, checking away to Norris. Norris finding some hands himself. One more pass would have done it for the TJs, but wonderful covering defence from Hove.
They're going to use everything they can to push towards
Still playing advantage.
Hove's try line. You can see here expert runs from each player.
Yeah, Tremere checking to James Green. James Green held up just short. Good counter up there, but seen off well by the TJs, and now it has to be try time, and it is indeed. And TJs wrestle
Hove's got a kick or receive.
the lead back into their red and white hands.
That was Ned Collins getting the ball there, just pushing past Hove's defence, finding that try line, and as you say, now taking advantage in this game.
Yeah, Ned Collins, we shouted him out in the game against Brighton earlier on, and once again against Hove, wonderful performance so far, but Hove driving straight back up and looking to equalise, and it's a wonderful finish, fighting off 2 men up this left-hand side. The shape of the kick out of the tackle, doing all of the damage, and Hove, just as soon as they go down, equalise.
Yeah, not letting any time go to waste. They just immediately, as you can see here, just a run, a single pass, gets past one tackle, past two, and he's home free.
There's wonderful balance and power to kick out of the tackle. But the TJs will be looking to take a leap out. Hove's buck, almost an intercept though. Slight bit of overplaying from the TJs, but there's a good leg drive. And here's a man advantage on the right-hand side, coming back over to the left now. The TJs, Ericsson Lee on the outside edge, waiting for the ball. It doesn't come. Lee acts as half, checking away to Tremere. And then stepping was Cody Bowman.
Tackle down, release!
Bowman held up, tackle initiated, ruck is formed. Nice hitch kick into the contact, but well met by the Hove defence.
Good lift, you must release please, Hove.
And there is the turnover. Hove going hard at the breakdown.
Go when you're ready.
Only a few minutes left in this first half. Hove finding their feet once more after the TJs found their confidence.
Okay, leave it now, leave it now.
1 minute left. Hove looking to come around the outside. Nice little grubber kick. Well fielded though by the TJs. It just drops into touch.
TJ's free pass up here.
As you say, we're going into the final moments of this half. Neither team really wants to let the other take the lead before half time. We're drawn at 10-10, and I think if both teams have their way, they will stay that way till the whistle goes.
Yeah, TJs doing well to wrestle possession back into their hands. Huge fend coming in by Callum Bardwell, but again, unfortunately, and it's a good opportunity to re-emphasise this rule. Under 12s rugby, any handoff above the chest is deemed high and illegal. That handoff just riding into the neck area of the Hove tackler. So it'll be Hove free ball. Kicked away though into the backfield, so TJs will have possession. And now it's Alex Clark trying to jump around the outside for the TJs. First man in for Hove is legal and good, and Hove might have the final word in this first half. Good leg drive, carried down, offload off the floor, finds no one but a TJs player.
As said, he did all of the work there, an incredible run, pushing through the players. Wasn't able to find hands of his teammate there, and it was a turnover.
And
it's
all a little bit loose at the moment. It's last place still. I think TJs have just opted to kick that ball into touch. Too much playing around, too close to their try line. They'll go into half time with a 10-10 all even score line against Hove. And the Tunbridge Juddians was just taking an ear a moment ago to listen to this coaching side. This coaching side are passionate and adamant that they can take the victory, and we will see if they can in just a few minutes, where it is Tunbridge 10, Hove 10.
So if you can just hold tight
and welcome back. The second half just about to get underway between the Tunbridge Juddians and Hove. And whilst we're waiting for it to get underway, it gives me an opportunity to shout out Brighton versus Havant coming up next at 8:25 under the lights here on the South Coast. 1v2 in the Friday Night Lights Junior League.
Good distance on that, no problem.
Not a game to be missed.
Okay,
The Tunbridge Juddians start fast. A bit of an inaccuracy from Hove.
It's not your ball, it's TJ's ball.
And just a bit of confusion at the restarts. It's TJ's ball. TJ, unfortunately, not tapping the ball.
Must be on the mark here.
So a little bit scrappy. Maybe a bit of a rush of adrenaline for both of these sides early. Knock on off the restart for Hove. And then a few inaccuracies for TJ's off the knock-on restart. And similarly, returning the favour with a TJ's knock-on. So possession bouncing between both sides at the start of this second half.
We've got two really evenly matched teams here tonight. Two really evenly matched teams here tonight, and I think you can certainly see it in the way we've opened play for the second half. It's kind of a little bit of anxiety, I think, on both sides. Neither one really willing to let the others take advantage until Hove do with an incredible run down the wing there.
Yeah, it's a galloping run down that outside edge. Huge momentum for Hove, and they turn defence into attack very quickly. And now Hove with the men advantage on this right-hand edge. If they want to execute, they pick and go around the corner. It's dropped off in the offload. And now it's TJ's opportunity to turn and strike. Oh, lovely bit of footwork, and now there's a foot race coming back on the inside. Here's Will Coombs, can he go and execute? He's dragged down at the last by Hove, and the ball slows down at the base of that ruck. There's Alex Clark looking to check away, but the ball isn't taken with the TJs. Both teams coming so close early, and you'll see here, the work from Coombs, does one, does two, and then at the last moment, two men collapse upon him and take that scoring opportunity away. 2 minutes in, it started frenetic. Oh, and it's a broken tackle and a good bit of acceleration, but a wonderful covering shot from Alex Clark, a try-saver for the TJs. Neither team investing a lot of time in defence at the moment, just focusing on attack. Counter-ruck is good. Hove wrestle possession back. Opportunity on this outside edge, straightening our Hove. Good right foot step, there's the left as well. Ball goes, but unfortunately just dribbles forward. It's breathless at the moment.
Certainly, we've had so many piercing attacks making their way through. We saw that the attack from the TJs, sidestepping those defensive players, but in the end just brought down. And it's happened again here with Hove as the attacking force.
And it'll be TJ's ball. And plan number one is escape, get out from this pressure that Hove have put you under. It's a nice kick, well fielded though by the Hove. Oh, lovely leg drive and footwork to get around the outside from the fullback at Hove.
It seems like both coaches have had a words with their teams, and the words is score the opening try, make sure you get the early advantage in, and that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Okay, boys, it's a bit of a mess in there. Doesn't look like anyone's going to get it. TJs are in
Yes, sir, I agree.
TJ's ball.
Absolutely, wonderful refereeing once more. No point in endeavouring in a messy ruck area with no team benefiting. Scrum ball to TJs.
5, set, ball in please.
Ball comes out rather quick there off the back of that TJ's scrum. Just falls forward as well, so it'll be Hove ball. And they wrestle back possession once more. Hove looking to try and get an offload away out the tackle. Working so hard to do it. Advantage though for TJ's. Hand in the passing lane, knocking that ball forward. He'll come back for that advantage.
One-handed attempt, that's a free kick against you.
There we see again, it's one thing about, we mentioned it earlier tonight, the refereeing in these matches is so clear, so precise. It's perfect for this kind of match.
It is almost acting as an impartial coach in the middle of this pitch. Ball goes forward though off the Hove player, so once again possession just surrendering from both teams, you know, allowing their oppositions a foothold back into this game. Tunbridge with scrum ball, and we'll see if Tunbridge can go and capitalise. We are at halfway in this second half. Tunbridge, with arguably the better opportunities to score so far, will look to capitalise. There's a lovely line carved up the middle. Oakley Tremere straightening, carrying, being held up well though by the Hove defence. Tremere wrestled to the floor. There's Austin Cox checking over, but that ball just goes forward off the hands of Will Coombs. And unfortunately for TJs, they're returning the favour for Hove and giving them free position.
It may be early to call this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 10-10 for the rest of the match. Neither team is willing to give an inch on either side. We get those attacking offensive moves that find their way through, but not all the way through. And then in the next play, it's switched over to the other side of the pitch before you can even blink.
It is, and TJ's just having a look at some of their previous games, struggling to capitalise on the opportunities given to them, only really taking advantage over Westcombe Park in round one. The rest of it looking like draws, so maybe with a bit of a chip on the shoulder for the Juddians. The referee's not happy with the scrum. Quick reset. Again, no competition at the push, all competition at the hook. Brighton execute well. Excuse me, Hove execute well. Coming over to this outside edge, but that offload is thrown into touch. So
Tonbridge were looking to take advantage of that. I was going to say quite quickly, but actually they've had to retake it.
Yeah, forward pass into touch, so it'll be free pass ball here for the Tunbridge Juddians. And it's well checked away. It's good hands initially. Here is Sasha Jones, try scorer. Just decides to straighten, but there's a maul formed in the midfield. TJs need to wrestle possession back into their own hands. Well, the referee looks like he's got his whistle to his lips. Yet nothing doing. Unplayable scrum. Hove ball. And it is valiant defence from the Claret and Blues of Hove.
As I say, it's exactly the same play that we saw from the team against Westcombe Park. If they can just find their way through the Juddian team, they might be able to get that advantage try and hold off the attacking players for the rest of the match.
Your hands went on the floor first, unfortunately.
The TJs with, again, Sasha Jones checking away to Alex Clark. Clark to Coombs.
There, yeah.
Coombs, though, is going to get dragged into touch by Hove, and the Hove coaching staff over on that far side happy with the endeavour of their defensive outfit at the moment. Will Coombs looked like he had the better of his man. His teammates for Hove come in, secure that tackle to provide free ball, and Hove with a bit of a spiral bomb into the midfield. Really well fielded by Alex Clark, but dragged down unceremoniously by Hove. High tackle though, so TJ's with free kick advantage.
The next there, we're playing advantage for a high tackle. Back you go, please, Hove.
Yeah, we saw there was that tackle on Alex Clark. That, of course, that was the high tackle. And he was really dragged to the ground there. Hove really putting in the aggression here, desperate not to let any opportunities come through.
Yeah, there's Austin Cox checking away back on the inside. And that's well executed, but forward, a minute left to go. And Tim, you might have been right to call this one early. Neither team really looking like they can put together that one play to unlock each other's defences. Well, Hove will have a platform to launch deep in their own half, but a platform nonetheless. Again, another, this time an end-over-end kick, hoping the bounce is favourable. Alex Clark waiting for the ball to come to him, and that allows Hove to swamp that ruck. Ball is loose, it's well claimed by Coombs. What a clear out by the Tunbridge Juddians. And now the Juddians with an overlap. Can they execute? Ball goes finds his way to the outside edge. Austin Cox tries to find his way out.
Taken out to touch.
But Hove do well to swarm and shut out any attacking opportunity. You'll see it here on the replay. Cox. There's 3 men in the tackle.
Yeah, it's time now. It should be last play.
Scrag Cox into touch, and as it being last play, Hove want nothing to do with it. They kick the ball out. They're happy with the 10-10 draw against the Tunbridge Juddians. And Tim, it feels fair, with all things considered, that this game ends in a draw.
Yeah, I have not seen 2 more equally balanced teams play tonight. Oh, that was just absolutely incredible to see. We saw as the ball was cleared by Hove into the Tunbridge the Tunbridge half. Caught immediately, the Hove player was there to stop them from getting through. They found a slight gap to come into the wing, but then were pushed into touch. It's been an incredible match.
It has indeed, and that brings us towards the penultimate game of the tournament, and it is the hosts, Brighton, against their adversaries in the Friday Night Lights League, Havant. We haven't seen them so far on pitch 1, but this is number 1 versus number 2 in the overall standings. Not a game to be missed, and that'll be with you in 5 minutes' time.
Timing's well.
And so welcome back to our penultimate game of the day. It is Brighton, the hosts, versus Havant. Number 1 versus number 2. Brighton in white attacking from left to right. Havant in the black and white strip attacking from right to left. Here is Havant. Good footwork stepping through the Brighton line and accelerating well.
Tackle and release, thank you.
I want to say...
Stay now, stay. Thank you. Use the ball now.
That's Willie Clift.
Tackle and release,
creating an opportunity for Havant, and you might notice that there's a little bit of hesitancy in the commentary booth to call names for Havant. Well, we've not got numbers, we've got pictures, so it's a game of putting names to faces for us here for this Havant team, and we'll do our best because they've been a wonderful side so far in this Friday Nights League.
Indeed they have. It's been a pleasure to watch some of their matches. They've just been relentless every time they pick it up. They're so direct. And Brighton going to have their work cut out for them here.
Yeah, but they go hard at the breakdown, do Brighton. And they come away
when you're ready, Mark is there.
With a turnover.
Free kick.
I want to say that that was our man, Isaac French, this time, going hard at the breakdown. In fact, no, it wasn't. It was Fitzpatrick going hard at the breakdown and getting a reward. Havant, though, returning the favour.
Always had a lift on the ball and survived the clear.
I believe that was Jack McCann.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tackle on Crass Costley. Captain just trying to drive it out of defence, but Havant quick to impede him.
Play, please, lads. Let's not slow the game down, thank you. Great inside ball and a great carry.
And I have to agree with the referee there. No one here wants to see this game slowed down. It's a thriller.
Now, young man, he's got a nice long presentation. That means you have to come around him, okay?
Yeah, it's really well identified there from the referee.
I've explained
Brighton not coming through the gate for that counter ruck. So Havant with an opportunity here
through the gate, Skips, yeah? When you're ready.
to open the scoring in what might end up being a title decider, or at least having a say in the title conversation later on. McCann carrying direct.
Good clean. Great.
Nice show and go, dummy by Havant. Are they getting over the line? They do. Is it held up? It is. And Brighton staunch in their defence.
First tackler on the collar. Held up initially and back for the pen.
I believe it was Nathan Macy who makes that run. You can see just almost gets to the try line, but it's very, very good defending from Brighton. But the pressure remains from Havant.
Young man, you've got to tap it.
The referee just pulling him back to the mark.
Fine.
Havant tapping and going, well met on the line by Cass Crossley, captain's intervention. However, there's a conversation here to be had by the referee.
Lads, the tackle is clearly complete. You can't then rip the ball. Do you agree? Good option.
Oh, I love that from a referee. That's a Nigel Owens moment. Lads, the tackle is complete. Do you agree? Sort of leaves the boys in white with no other option other than say, yes, sir. But Havant going hard at the line, held up once more there by Brighton.
Held up initially. Yes.
And you can hear the roars from the Brighton players. That is a big relief under this pressure.
It's a goal line dropout here, and Brighton will probably just look for distance to alleviate the pressure that Havant have put themselves, have imposed upon them.
There we are. When you're ready, you can play.
And here is the dropout, and it does go full length. It's well gathered well by, this time it's Willie Clift. That is Willie Clift.
And roll, thank you. Rack now. Good option,
carrying up, this is Mael Ravelli checking away to the oncoming Jack McCann.
That's a great run for the Frenchman.
Or Brighton getting out the line, trying to go for the intercept, leaving a dogleg executed by Havant, but it's gone forward on the floor. And Brighton stays somewhat valiant in defence, but Havant, they just can't quite get over the line through all of their pressure.
Absolutely not. Havant are relentless with this. They had a man over on the overlap there. He thought maybe they could have released it to a bit quicker, but they continue. Crossley with the clearance.
Inside, bounced halfway line, lining out.
I think right now it's about surviving for Brighton, at least until this pressure subsides.
There we are, you're onside there.
Yeah, it's about finding their way back into this game. Havant have started the faster. Here is Mael Ravelli.
I think the comforting factor is it is still 0-0.
Get the ball in play a bit more.
For all of Havant's dominance.
No tackle, thank you. Good listening,
good carry, well released there from Brighton. Mael Ravelli working hard to get that ball at the breakdown. And there's well checked away there by Nathan Macy. Mason, oh, their counter ruck is monstrous by Brighton. Isaac French checking around the outside. And there's another good bit of work there by Jake Sanderson.
Good listening. Stay on your feet, gents, stay on your feet.
There's Staples. Dummying, straightening, escaping the tackle, but unfortunately losing the ball.
Great hands to get Havant away.
With another try-scoring opportunity, and here is the dangerous fullback.
Good strength.
Using his footwork and balance and agility to escape a few tackles and drive up that right-hand edge. Mael Ravelli gets played at as acting 9. Havant want to go early.
I'm just explaining, gents. Young man, there's two off. First is offside. Second is playing the 9, third is use of the arms. Please make sure. Back you go. Yeah.
That's well seen by the referee there, as you say. Haven't wanted to go early while Brighton were maybe not paying attention.
Great line.
Oh, lovely line carved and good leg drive to escape a few tackles. That's a wonderful bit of contact though by Kyle Blick. But Brighton have more defensive work to do. Havant knocking on the door relentlessly, not taking no for an answer. Trucking up one off the ruck. Opportunities here for Havant on the right-hand edge. It has to go. It does. But the ball goes forward. And Brighton, with Henry Hall, might have an opportunity to go coast to coast off the back of a wonderful defensive effort.
It's flat.
Working back over into the midfield. It's a good carry up the middle by Nowaki.
Lost, thank you.
Kyle
Fine,
Blick, oh,
he's
it's a
a counter.
monstrous counter
He's not
ruck
played the 9, he's
by
played the
Havant.
man sealing off.
And all of a sudden this game has exploded into life
Lost
6.5
now.
minutes in. Ravelli checking
Great
away,
lines.
one-up runner,
Tackler
coming
out,
straight
clear,
into Henry
creates the
Hall.
ball. Use it now.
Ravelli once more looking for options.
Here comes Whittle. He's been the main man so far with the tries.
But it's a wonderful turnover by Brighton. First man in, and who is it other than Henry Hall, putting his hand up to be counted. Fitzpatrick escaping a couple, checking away. Wonderful contact coming in, rode well initially by Sanderson, but taking down Blick at half. Here is Isaac French showing the dummy. French checking away, this time to Sutherland.
Tackle is good. Lost now, Havant, thank you. Smith.
Momentum slowing down for a moment. French trying to get around.
That's well held. Need to release it quickly.
I've got one of your coaches telling me to stop, lads, so we're going to stop.
Yeah, two Brighton players down there.
Got two, that's fine. Time is off.
And it's two very influential players for this Brighton side.
they
Is
are
well
offside.
listened to by the referee. Again, these are under
Of course
12s.
I can. I'll watch
The
everything.
player protection is paramount.
Both teams?
Absolutely. And while we do want to see these players showcase their ability, their health and safety comes first. It is a tremendous bit of calling from the referee there to put their safety first.
And whilst there is a break in play, it gives us a really good opportunity to foreshadow the final game of today.
Time is back on, gents.
Brighton
Scramble
in round
right
one
ball.
had a
You were in
wonderful
possession.
time of it, apart from their game
Four
against
players off the
Chichester,
pitch.
which they drew 5-5.
Oh,
And Chichester
of course,
will take
of
part
course,
in our
both teams.
final game of the day
Yeah.
as soon as this finishes
Fair enough.
against a valiant
Crouch.
Tunbridge Juddians side. I haven't quite
Fine.
found the results
set.
that their performance had warranted,
Fine.
at least
Great,
not yet.
great
It's
scrap,
not one
great
to be
scrap.
missed.
Lovely
French
play.
checking off to Fitzpatrick,
Great
back on
offload,
pitch
and to
one.
get two hands on the offload.
Well
And
dummied
again,
by
wonderful.
Reggie Chapman. Chapman
Brilliant hands,
finding
Brighton.
Hall. Hall
Lovely
finding
tackle.
Manny Brown. Manny Brown accelerating, but
Good hands,
unfortunately,
gents, both teams, and great
feet go
defence.
into touch. And with 90 seconds left in this first half, I would hazard a guess that this might finish
When you're
0-0.
ready. When you're
Potentially
ready to
so.
play.
It's been a very cagey affair from both sides.
Yeah,
Haven't
let's move the
certainly
ball,
been
let's
on the
get it in
front
play.
foot, but Brighton defensively,
young man.
they've just been so resilient.
Yeah, why not?
Refused
Love
to
it.
give up.
Good feet.
It's phenomenal work by Brighton, and they're going to need a little bit more of it as here go Havant, accelerated down the
Great feet.
outside edge. Big fend coming in,
Try
and
and score.
Havant unlock the Brighton defence just like that. And it is wonderful work. And unfortunately, I don't have a reliable way of naming the Havant player who goes around
Great feet,
the outside.
great
And you'll
try.
see this inside check, receives the ball deep in his own half, beats one, beats
You
two,
kick
and
it.
then it's a foot race. He's got the stride
When
length
you're
of a
ready, young
gazelle,
man.
galloping
Stay
around the
onside.
outside of the Brighton defence and
Okay,
opening the
Ken,
scoring
you
for
ready?
Havant.
I'd like to say that's Max Cobley, but it's a hard time
Advantage.
naming them without numbers and just pictures,
Clearly
but
knocked
that's
on. It's a
fantastic
scrum.
and no less than they've
White
deserved.
ball.
So now it's on Brighton to reply,
Crouch.
and they'll have a scrum platform to do so.
Set. Oh.
Henry Hall checking away
Tackle.
to Cass
tackle.
Crossley.
Get out to there,
Crossley.
good. No hands. Leave
Brighton
it.
seeing off the counter ruck well. Blick checking away to Isaac French. French to Hall.
Good skills.
Hall with a lovely little stab on infield. Can he regather? Hall does and finishes. And that will be try of the tournament if given. It is stunning from Henry Hall.
Sorry, I have not seen it.
That's fantastic. We saw his impact throughout tonight, and it is another showcase of his ability. That is magnificent from Henry Hall.
You'll see this, Isaac French takes, gives, and Henry Hall puts it on the toe. Fights off the covering defender, he gathers on the floor, picks it off his shoelaces, equalises for Brighton. It's a wonderful score by Henry Hall, who for me has been the standout performer so far for this Brighton team. And that's saying something, considering that this Brighton side have had individual performances in every single game. But that try encapsulates just how important Henry Hall is. But Havant looking to go into half-time with a lead, carrying up the short side, high tackle advantage, so not last play just yet.
If you want it.
Yeah, there'll be tap penalty there, tap ball for Havant. So Brighton have one last job. Henry Hall puts a big shot in to try and see his men out, but Whittle carries, straightens, gets himself over the line, and Havant do have the final say. And Whittle, phenomenal individual bit of inspiration to wrestle the lead back in Havant's favour.
Absolutely, and Whittle has been a standout performer for Havant tonight. I've had the pleasure to commentate. You can tell he's a son of an ex-rugby player. That is fantastic. Just bulldozes his way through, and then they go into the break with a precious, precious lead.
And going to the break they do.
Yeah, there's an injury.
With a try up. But Brighton staying in the fight and having some individual moments of magic. It is a game that has lived up to its hype. You can see why these two teams occupy the top two spots, and it's been wrestled between both of them throughout this tournament so far. And we're going to take a very short break to catch our breath in what has been a wonderful game here on pitch 1. I'll be right back with you in 2 minutes' time, where we'll see if Brighton can overcome a one-try deficit against the leaders, Havant. So welcome back to the second half in a game that has been fast, frenetic, and a wonderful spectacle for us here. It is Havant 10, Brighton 5. Brighton fielding the restart well. Henry Hall checking around the outside. Well scragged though by Havant. It looked high initially, but the referee's happy. Blick checking away to Isaac French. French putting it on the toe, turning this Havant defence and giving Manny Brown something to run for, but the ball squirts loose. It's good field position for Brighton, but it will be Havant ball.
Yeah, it's a very strong start to the second half for Brighton. And no means are they going to take this line down. They want to recoup that five-point deficit as soon as possible.
Yeah, but they've got to defend the onslaught, and Whittle initially. Isaac French bought the dummy, gives Whittle an opportunity to just drive and go. Whittle with a huge fend, but checks away, and who is it making a defensive intervention other than Henry Hall? It looked like Brighton will have a penalty advantage here. Tackle looked high. I think the referee also agrees. There's a nice hack into space. It has to be fielded well by the Havant fullback. It is. But Brighton always had advantage for a high tackle. And that feels like a bit of vindication from one that went missing earlier.
Yeah, but bring it back to that interception from Henry Hall there. It looked all in the world that Whittle was through to make it 15, but no. Henry Hall, as you say, he's been the standout at both ends of the pitch today.
And we saw his defensive prowess in round one, and it's been his offensive prowess. But not only that, his all-round game has been phenomenal in this round so far. Hall checks off to Manny Brown. Manny Brown's got a bit of work to do to find some separation. It's well sealed off there by Brighton. Blick to Isaac French, to Henry Hall. Hall, who's working so hard to try and work his way around the outside edge, but smuggled into touch by a staunch Havant defence. And Havant now with a platform to strike off of. Brighton going hard at the breakdown, off his feet, no lift on the ball, so Havant with Whittle with a lovely speared pill to the outside edge. It's smothered well by Brighton initially, but Havant sealing the ball at the ruck well. Ravelli checking away. There's Whittle once more, who showed his prowess so far. Henry Hall trying to make a tackle on Whittle, but Whittle taking 4 men with him, working his way over to the line. And it looks like it's given. And it's not Whittle. but it's a support. It's his supporting cast who pick and go around the outside of the ruck. Who just pick and flatten themselves out, get that ball down, and do make it a 15-point.
Now once again though, Whittle is the focal point in all of that. He picks up the ball, he progresses it, and grabs him just towards the touchline for them to finish it off. Fantastic from him today.
Yeah, Brighton need to go lower on Whittle, because if you go high, he'll brush you off, as we've seen. Here's a good bit of pace though. Henry Hall trying to get over and cover, but it's a lovely hack through, and it has to be fielded efficiently by Brighton. It isn't, it's all a little bit of a mess. But it's forward off the Brighton player, and it'll give Havant a platform to strike. And it's warning signs here for Brighton. You'll see here, it's really good balance to stay alive and get the kick away. Then just bobbled forward from Brighton. And with Whittle stationing himself in the midfield for Havant, it looked a little bit worrying for Brighton.
Yeah, we've just got just over 6 minutes to play here. You have a feeling it's going to have to come soon for Brighton, because Havant, they're not going to take their foot off the gas right now.
Oh, good footwork away. What a monstrous hit there by Isaac French.
What a challenge.
Having none of it, but the pick and go from Havant, getting through the middle, and it's lovely. It's Ravelli, he gets all the way over, and it's a stunning finish from Havant, and it takes it from 20 points to 5. But we're just, the celebrations are cut short for Havant. The try is given, but there's a worrying scene on pitch 1, which we'll try and move away from, as a Brighton player is out on the floor. And we will definitely wait and see if this Brighton player is okay. It seems like play will be restarting. The referee is just tending to the Brighton player, and we wish him nothing but the best. As we say, these are under 12s. They certainly don't hit like we used to do when we were playing under 12s. Such as the development of rugby across England. It looks like
he's back to his feet now.
He is, thankfully, because we don't want to see anyone get injured, and clapped off by the supporters down that far end.
And deservedly so.
I'm just trying to see who it is, and I think it's Isaac French. It is Isaac French.
Play's restarted here though, and Havant making a beeline for the touchline again.
Yeah, Havant have started very quickly off the restart, and again put boot to ball. The bounce might be kind for a Havant player. It's regathered masterfully and grounded superbly, and Havant take their lead to 20 points, 25-5 over Brighton. And no one saw this coming, and more often than not, Havant capitalising on putting boot to ball and scrapping for the regather. That's been their recipe for success so far.
Absolutely, we see it once again the minute they get it, the direct nature of their approach. And yes, Brighton may have been a little bit caught off guard after an unfortunate injury, but Havant, they're in no mood to rest right now.
No, with about 5 minutes left to go, it's worrying signs for Brighton. They need to find a little bit of momentum. As Jake Sanderson is scragged out into the midfield. There is Whittle, again with a lovely shape on the pass. It is a dagger he throws through the evening mist to his outside players. But Brighton going hard at the breakdown, forcing the turnover. There is Henry Hall in the midfield, shut down early. Whittle getting involved, trying to make a defensive hit, and does. Henry Hall secures play well. And you have to bear with us, we're experiencing just a few technical difficulties, and you might be wondering why you've got myself and Austin on your screen. Just solving a couple issues on our end. So we go from visual commentary to audio commentary, and it'll be Havant ball deep in the Brighton half. Players stacked on this right hand edge. Whittle looks to carry up the middle. He's not used, he's used as a disguise, and Havant looks to carve another wonderful set piece score And they do. It is wonderful direction from Havant. 30 points now. And they will not only take the 5 points for a win, they'll take the 2 extra bonus points for their try tally. And Austin, well, the floodgates have opened for Havant.
Absolutely. This was a very close game in the first half, and just ruthless. That's the best way I can describe it. Ruthless in their approach. They don't let up, and they put games out of sight. That's what they've done all evening, and they're doing it here again today to second place.
And Brighton have stayed in the fight really well, and they've not shied away from anything. Henry Hall putting a little stab through, asking the question of the full-back for Havant, and unfortunately there's a series of knock-ons. Otherwise, Brighton and Joey Staples would have been away with a try line begging, but with a couple minutes left to play, it didn't quite fall into their hands. And I think that's been a story for Brighton so far in this game, where those little moments just haven't fallen their way, and potentially on another day they find their success and they find the try line like Havant have been able to do.
You are great there, young man.
Absolutely. I think it's been a great game of close margins, but you can praise the character and the discipline of both sets of players. It's been a fight to watch, especially one for the neutrals. It's been very entertaining.
Crouch, bind, set.
The Brighton ball at the scrum.
Use the ball. Skills.
Staples trying to put a little stab through. It's fielded wonderfully.
Great pass
by Havant and checked away out the tackle.
Tackle's good. Unlucky, there's a little one on the floor as well as the first one.
Little knock on there, and that is full time. And Havant with a spectacular performance here on pitch one, spearheaded by the almighty figure of Whittle in the midfield, not only dishing pills left, right and centre, but carrying with venom and ferocity.
Well done, young man. Awesome.
And it's his interventions that see Havant with a 25-point lead and victory over the host Brighton. And Austin, we didn't really see that coming, did we?
No, absolutely not. I don't think there were any indicators from the first half that it would be this much of a runaway victory. It looked close, it looked congested, but second half, I think you have to say, Havant came out the blocks and they didn't look back. It was a resilient display from Brighton, but in the end, I think Havant got everything they deserved out of this game and tonight as a whole.
Completely agree. Brighton will take a lot of learning from that, and on another day that performance warrants more points on the board, but it's not another day. It's the Friday Night Lights, and Havant are having a wonderful time of it here on Waterhall Road. Speaking of, we're going to take a very quick break as we come up to our final game of the day in 3 minutes time, and it is the Tunbridge Juddians, who have not had the results their performance have warranted yet on live stream, versus Chichester, and that'll be with you in just a few minutes time. And so we are at the mercy of the hooter up in the stands for our last game of the day. And it is the Tunbridge Juddians versus Chichester. The TJs have been fierce in their defence and industrious in their attack, but just can't quite get over the line when they need to. They're versus a Chichester team that boasts some very impressive results in round 1. I'm joined once again by Austin. This is Joe Wright. It's the final game of the Friday Night Lights, and the TJs get us underway. And Chichester carrying off over that 22 line easily.
Free kick here. You got a clear release first.
Watching Chichester earlier today, they make quick starts to the halves. They're in no mood to sit around and let play fizzle out.
Thank you, play.
Well, they'll need a quick start because Tunbridge, it seems like it'll be a bit of a stylistic matchup because Tunbridge grow into games well. As Chichester with a monstrous carry up the midfield. But a magical counter ruck.
Picked up backwards off TJ's.
I think it's TJ's ball. It looks like it's being played out on the floor.
Okay, and then knocked forward by Chits on the floor. Scrum down TJ's ball.
Yeah, it was all a bit of a mess in there. It feels like it's rightfully TJ's ball in the end. And Tunbridge Juddians, I know this coaching staff in front of us will be ecstatic if they can finally get over the line on live stream. They've come so close so often.
Balls
and there
out,
is the Juddians. Aldridge playing away to Oakley Tremere.
Off his head, play on, you okay, young man? Okay.
There's a big bit of contact that comes in.
Got it for you, man.
It's unfortunate there for Ericsson Lee, just losing that ball forward. And Chichester will have scrum ball.
Crouch! Find! Set! Ball in, please.
That's
Hold
another
the push,
early
please.
chance for them to take the lead. They did earlier against Camberley before losing that lead before half-time.
Stay in.
But they're always impressive, always direct, Chichester. They don't
Crouch,
give it
set.
up.
Here we go.
Chichester
thank you.
with scrum platform, a little bit
Flat
static
for me, play on.
coming off the platform, but straightening so well and carrying lovely handoff to get around the outside of Will Coombs. And Chichester do start quickly and get the opening score of our final game. And it started so static until the acceleration came, and it proved the difference for Chichester.
Absolutely, it's the man he scored earlier as well in similar fashion. He picks it up, he takes on everyone, weaves his way with lightning pace and brute strength, and it's a fantastic try.
And really well finished in the end. And now the Tunbridge Juddians will just let that ball drop loose, but it's been touched by the TJs. It's a bit of a coach killer, so it'll be...
Thank you. Boys, for that young man, that's here. Thank you, play, tackle play.
There's TJ's ball.
It's 3 parts, good lad.
And here's the big carry from Callum Bardwell. He's been doing it all night for the TJs, but it's been ripped in the tackle, and Chichester looks to go round the outside. It's a wonderful covering tackle by Henry Aldridge.
First man.
Counter ruck is good, but it'll be a TJ's penalty.
No.
And my word, how close were Chichester to doubling their lead early.
Play. No.
Yeah, looked all in the world, they'd be up another, but Henry Aldridge
Yeah.
puts on the afterburners and he just stops him at the last second.
There you go, good lad.
Another warning scare here for the TJs.
Not only making the tackle, but then ripping it. It's a bit messy at the restart from the TJs, and that ball from Baldwell just finds its way into touch. So it'll be a free pass infield by Chichester, who will look to double their lead. They've got the men advantage on this outside edge. Checking around a couple, running into his own teammate, not affecting the tackle. Nice shape on the pass going over the top. Covered well by the TJs and driven backwards. TJ saying no thank you, not today. Chichester inaccurate with the extra pass.
Tackle!
It's still open play.
Onside, yeah.
Chichester though checking and going round the outside, but a wonderful covering tackle by Will Coombs to stop a surefire score.
Leave it now. Well, you can't get off your feet here. Free kick this way.
And it's free kick to Chichester after the TJs are off their feet in the ruck.
Fantastic last-ditch tackle there by Coombs, but again, they just get so close. Are they leaving it too late?
Oh, and he's doubled his lead. He's doubled his points tally. Again, it's a wonderful carry.
Kick receive, boys.
And a good bit of sportsmanship as well, making sure his opposite number's okay. You'll see it here on the replay. It becomes a little bit messy at the base of the ruck. And then once again, what is once static then becomes explosive. One pass, gets him on the outside, and then there's the big fend getting around the outside, putting the ball down, finishing well. And Chichester double their lead against the TJs. 5 minutes in. There's warning signs, isn't there, for TJs?
Absolutely. I know you said they do like to grow into games, but how long can they leave it before Chichester take this out of their sight?
Yeah, TJs with an opportunity, but again a bit of inaccuracy. It means that Cody Bowman has to work so hard to clean up the mess from the botched restart, and then unfortunately for Coombs, shoveled into touch. It's Chichester ball, tapped and played on the inside. There's your try scorer, gathers well off the toe, checking away. Tunbridge Juddians.
Lock on advantage.
Staunch in defence, fierce in defence, being quite stubborn, but then here comes a good bit of acceleration from the TJs and Ericsson Lee.
Tackle!
Giving the TJs much needed field position. Ball has to go wide, it doesn't initially. Jack Norris straightens. It gives Chichester an opportunity to go hard on the breakdown. Not capitalising. TJ straightening. And this time it's Tremere trying to create a try scoring opportunity. Henry Aldridge checking away. Again, Norris fending off. The ball goes to the outside edge, and Ethan White.
Not a tackle yet for me.
It looks like they may just squirm this over the line.
Is the ball down or has it been held up? There's a decision here for the ref. It looks like it's been held up, but it's much better from the TJs.
Goal line drop. Drop kick from the goal line. Yes?
There'll be a goal line drop after all that.
Yeah, drop kick from the goal line. Exactly, you went for a kick off just there.
Chichester will be trying to just clear their lines and alleviate this pressure that the TJs have put them under. It's a wonderful kick that might bounce in the favour of Chichester, but it does, in fact, in the favour of Ericsson Lee, who escapes a couple tackles and a few more. And taken down, and
free kick, your man.
Chichester going really hard on the breakdown, but off their feet and illegal. Gives TJs a platform to strike,
advantage,
tap and go, advantage for not being onside, and it's a monstrous carry from who else but Ned Collins to get the TJs back in this game.
Absolutely, just like his scrum cap, he's been red hot tonight. That is fantastic, and that is a very, very crucial time to score that try. Just coming up to half time, and it could be deja vu for Chichester, who may squander another lead here tonight.
Let's go, boys. Here.
We sort of mentioned earlier, I think you've been able to watch Chichester more often in this tournament. I've been able to, I've had the fortune of watching this TJ's team, who are so adept at growing in games, and it seems like from a stylistic point of view it's set up to be a corker, as we see a monstrous tackle to get us underway off the restart from the TJs. Seems like their score has instilled a bit of life and a bit of force into the Tunbridge team, and the counter rock is good. It looked legal,
so,
but not through the gate for the referee.
I think you came through an
Chichester
position, put it into the rock.
Escape the pressure that TJs have put them under.
Free kick here, hey? No, tap and play.
It's a bit of a let-off, gives them a little bit of a breather. Just 2 minutes out from the end of the half, and they'll be going long again.
Backwards!
It's bobbled initially by Coombs, and it's regathered wonderfully by Chichester.
All fine, and your man, you've gone to get Dove on it. Got it forwards. They scrum down TJ's ball.
Again,
scrum down
compliments
TJ's
to the referees and their level of communication.
He's knocked it on
it's
the ground.
regathered really well by Chichester. It is a wonderful kick chase. There's that old adage, a kick is only as good as its chase. And Chichester made a very loose kick look wonderful. Unfortunately, though, losing the ball forward off the turnover pressure from TJs.
Use it, yep.
The TJs.
Tackle! Yeah, man, you got to make sure you come on the highway, please. Thank you, number 2.
There is Collins feeding away, and now there's an opportunity on the outside edge for Ericsson Lee. Ericsson Lee escaping one tackle and then riding some momentum to gain some extra yards, and very quickly TJs go from their own try line to up onto the opposition. The one-handed offload is good, but only finds a Chichester player. 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Chichester with an opportunity to re-establish their 2-try lead. Here is the double try scorer for Chichester, driving up the midfield. TJ's tackling at the breakdown, but playing the 9, giving Chichester free ball and possession. And it's breathless
Last
all of a
play,
sudden.
Tunbridge boys.
Last play in this first half. Chichester not wanting to kick the ball out, looking to get an extra score on the board.
Tackle.
Collins hard at the
Free kick,
breakdown,
you're fine, you gotta roll it,
doesn't
man.
quite
Okay.
get the result he wants, not rolling
Half
away.
time.
And we won't have any more to play. That will be half
Yes.
time at Austin.
I'll have a look.
I think we called this pretty well.
Absolutely. As you said, stylistically, it's a team that starts quick and it's against a team that likes to grow into it. It's been a lovely ebb and flow to this, and I think for us in the commentary booth, the only thing we can ask for is more of the same in the second half. It's been a classic.
Yeah, it makes me wish that these weren't 20-minute games. This is a wonderful game to watch. Both teams having moments of magic. Chichester starting really fast, and then Tonbridge just problem solving as they go, making small adjustments, giving themselves a foothold back in this game. We will take a very short break to catch our breath in what has been a fast and wonderful tournament so far under the lights here in Brighton. I'll be right back with you as we see it all come to an end with our final half of rugby, where Chichester take a 5-point lead over the Tunbridge Juddians. So welcome back, Chichester. Get us underway in our final half of rugby. Here under the lights on Waterhall Road. And TJs are looking to start with Ericsson Lee as they mean to go on. And Ericsson Lee carving a phenomenal line through the middle. And TJs do level up almost immediately in the second half. Ericsson Lee take a bow.
The Juddians are joyous, and their best players come through. Ericsson Lee, I felt in the first half, down that right-hand side, he's been like a tracer bullet. And just, yeah, 30 seconds almost into the second half. He picks it up, accelerates past his man, and then there's no catching him.
There isn't, and it is the golden start for the TJs. And we could see here in the just in front of our commentary box, the TJs coaching staff elated with that score by Ericsson Lee, and is it matched by a wonderful shot there by Sasha Jones, not taking no for an answer, getting underneath, making a really good hit, and really setting their stall out with the TJs. They're here to play. Ericsson Lee picks the ball off like a ball hawk in the midfield. Unfortunately though, first man is in for Chichester, making the turnover. My word, has this game started in frenetic fashion.
Got to leave your hands, boys.
Chichester,
leave your hands.
they've got some questions to answer.
You'll leave your hands, yeah? Happy? Go chip up for yourself. Let's go.
Absolutely. And we've seen them throw a lead away before today. Still tremendous character, but they're going to need something more here if they hope to get a win out of this. Because right now, it is all TJs.
Yeah, Ericsson Lee can't quite regather that ball. It just drops forward. There was really good work initially by fullback Alex Clark.
Here you go,
bounced around to the outside, trying to find Bertie Ericsson Lee, but just a little bit inaccurate in that catch and pass.
Well, young man, the red scrum, that's fine.
Chichester, scrum platform, looking to play expansive and alleviate this pressure. Got to get out of dodge.
Good contest, balls out.
It's well, they do the first part well, get it out the scrum efficiently. Then you give it to the double try scorer, just carries up the middle.
Lift off the
But
ground.
it looked like there was an early turnover opportunity for the TJs, not taken initially. And then TJs flood in at the breakdown and making it a real mess for Chichester, dragging them into a little bit of a scrap in the midfield. But here he is again, he's going maybe for his hat-trick score.
Oh, terrific.
And he might get reeled in by Sasha Jones, but can't have it. And Chichester with 3. And I wish we had a team sheet so we could shout out the Chichester player and give him the plaudits he deserves.
Absolutely. He's been like a human wrecking ball every single time he gets it. Yeah. There is one thing on his brain, and that is get to the try line as soon as possible. It's his third try of the game, and he has been terrific.
Let's go.
He is the nameless gem as of tonight, and as my co-commentator said, we wish we had a team sheet because this man has been sensational and deserves to be named.
High. Okay, had the advantage for the high tackle back here. High tackle. Free kick. Mark here, boys.
I will add, actually, this is the first time I've seen tonight Chichester have a lead, lose it, and then retake it. So today, I think in this game, they've added a bit of character that they didn't have earlier.
Yeah, it bodes well for Chichester, changing some behaviours and patterns that haven't gone their way so far. Tunbridge, though, just lose that ball forward ever so slightly.
Mark's here. Drop. Play.
There's a wonderful contact and carry by Ned Collins, who beats one and then beats a second. And Collins setting a wonderful platform for the TJs. And there is Henry Aldridge, and TJs have to score, coming back on the inside, escaping a few tackles. It looks like Oakley Tremere.
Okay. You're right, man.
And Tunbridge Juddians equalise.
On the ground, yeah.
Phenomenal endeavour. Phenomenal industry, staying in the fight.
All right. Boys, kick and receive.
This is tremendous entertainment. You just can't call which way it's going to go. But yeah, Oakley Tremere, fantastic hustle to just get in there and find his way to the try line.
Have you got numbers
in a blink, it's level again.
Sir, you find your numbers. You find.
Cody Bowman. I've got to give a big shout out to the Tunbridge supporters down here who are giving us reliable information when we need it about team sheets and numbers. It is phenomenal support. It just encapsulates the people who make this tournament what it is. It's not only the players, it's the supporters, coaches, physios, the whole lot.
TJs. No!
All culminating in a wonderful tournament as the TJs go hard at the ruck.
Tackle!
Not satisfied with a level scoreline. And TJs with a wonderful counter ruck. Wrestle ball back into their possession. Henry Aldridge will now have free tap ball. There is Collins. Collins looking to check away. Did it go forward?
Came back for the advantage.
It did, but they've got advantage, but not 7 metres off the offside penalty. And Austin, with 4 minutes left to go, it's set up to be a bit of a shootout to finish us off.
Absolutely, I don't think you can call this at all, and that's why it's just tremendous. It's an absolute privilege to be here commentating this. Unpredictable, fast-paced, fantastic action here tonight. It's been a blast, and we hope you've enjoyed it too watching this.
Not being back 7, okay? It's got to work hard to get backwards.
Everyone has. And it's also nice to see this Friday Night Lights fixtures played in better conditions than their round 1, where the pitches froze over as soon as we finished here. It was played in Baltic conditions.
Absolutely, I'm sure a couple couldn't feel their hands afterwards, but they certainly can today.
Yeah, and Ericsson Lee is one of those who's benefiting from better conditions. It allows for his style of rugby, fast, frenetic, big stride lengths. He's a dynamic winger who looks to make things happen.
Great tackle, young man.
And it's well cleared out. Ericsson Lee doing his part in the dirty work. Aldridge checking away, this time to Norris. Norris with a wonderful offload, and Tremere just has to get that ball away cleanly. It didn't quite happen, but I think Ned Collins has found the try line again.
4-3.
Ned Collins, you called it earlier, he's red hot. He's making things happen for the TJs. And he finally gives the Tunbridge Juddians their lead on live stream.
Yeah, he's been Mr. Inevitable tonight. Again, he's the man to rely on. And yes, the first time that the TJs have led tonight.
Hang on, give me 2 secs.
And they are jubilant here on the
4-3
touchline.
boys,
This
let's
means
play.
a lot to them. So close they've come on so many occasions. With 3 minutes left, it could
you're ready,
finally
yeah?
be their time to win.
Play on, great pickup.
Chichester,
Great feet.
after weather a bit of a storm
Lovely rugby.
and
You're
find
fine.
a way back into this game.
Hey, you two, watch out, please. None of that,
There's
thank
a
you.
little bit of afters there. The referee
Tackle,
happy
roll
to let
away.
it go, but not happy enough to not have a word as the play
Man, you're
evolves.
fine. You boys got to roll quicker. He's not part of the tackle. You got to roll.
Jackling player was legal.
Free
The
kick
man
here.
on the
You're
floor
fine. Great turn,
wasn't.
you gotta roll
Not
faster,
rolling away.
okay?
Tap penalty for Chichester. They go quickly down that right-hand side. It's a wonderful tackle though from the TJs. Number 16, Cody Bowman, who has stamped his mark
Tackle!
and stamped his will
No!
on this game with
you're
authority,
fine,
but
you're straight
again
off your feet at the
Tunbridge off their
breakdown.
feet and infringing at the breakdown, potentially allowing
Marks
Chichester
it, drop
inroads
7,
back
please,
into
marks
this
it.
game.
New advantage, not 7.
Not 7 metres, advantage Chichester, marauding down that right-hand
Come back for the
side.
advantage here, not 7 metres.
I think this is their
Mark it.
biggest test of character yet for Chichester.
Hang on.
They've played so
Mark,
well
he
all of
hasn't
tonight.
touched it.
Yeah, a draw to just, or even a win to show for their hard work. But that
Forward
is
pass.
a forward pass, I believe.
Yeah, that is clearly
Scrum
forward.
down, TJ's ball. Drop, please, boys, drop. Crouch.
So it'll be
Boys.
TJ's ball. 90
Set.
seconds left to go, and I've got a feeling if TJs are
Ball in, please,
able
9. Ball in,
to
please.
execute and see out this lead
Ball's there,
and
9.
finish this game with a win, that this coaching staff area in front of us is going to explode with jubilation.
Backwards.
Ball goes backwards. It's well fielded in the end by the TJs.
Fine, backwards again.
Yeah, this is going to feel like the longest minute of their life.
Collins checking away to our number 11,
Tackle.
marauding round the outside for TJs. That was Alex Clark going round.
Tackle. Ripped in the tackle.
He's
Fine,
ripped in
send
the
it, fine.
tackle. It's
Who's
all
on
fair
it?
game.
Chits the ball.
It's a bit of a scrap on the floor
Ball's
for the
available,
ball right now. 30 seconds left to go in this game.
Chits the ball.
TJs with their advantage.
Good.
It's oh so
Let it
slim,
play,
just
let it
one
play.
try in it.
No,
And
why do you kick
Chichester
it?
put boot to ball. There's no one at home, and it's a foot race, and it's got to be fielded well. Alex Clark with a bit of work to do for the Tunbridge Juddians. Clark hacks it towards us. It'll end up potentially hitting us in the
touch here.
commentary box. There will be enough time for a free pass in.
Well, I've called it before the time's gone, so technically we'll call it that.
Although no, there isn't. The referee is happy to see it up there, and the Tunbridge Juddians do get their reward. They finally finish on live stream with a victory here at round 2. And Austin, they deserved it, didn't they?
Absolutely. I think the roar from their support, their players, staff says more than anything we could put into words. To win on live stream for them means a lot, and a lovely show of respect between the two teams here. Everyone has put in a tremendous amount of effort. For the Juddians will be jubilant tonight. What a performance and a deserved win.
A deserved win indeed, and I've got to shout out, I've got to appreciate one of the Chichester supporters coming over and letting us know that hat-trick player for Chichester, Zed, getting over 4-3 scores. All 3 of Chichester's scores, a phenomenal individual performance by him, but just outmatched ever so slightly by a wonderful team performance from the Tunbridge Juddians. And that will bring us to an end here under the lights here at the Brighton Blues Rugby Club. It has been a phenomenal tournament where we've seen Brighton take the victory over the Tunbridge Juddians, and then Hove narrowly oversee Westcombe Park. Our penultimate game was Brighton v Havant, which ended up being a rout for Havant against a very fierce and stubborn and sturdy Brighton team that just got unlocked more often than not. But that is all for us here today at Next Gen Live. We'll be back with you in a few weeks' time for the 3rd round of Friday Night Lights. I've been Joe Wright. I've been joined by Austin and Tim from Brighton University. And until the next one, see you later.